welcome you to our live coverage of Massillon Tigers football playoff edition number 1 tonight from Paul Brown Tiger Stadium. It is the Massillon Tigers against the Licking Heights Hornets. David Wilson, Hall of Fame quarterback Jim Ballard, all of our crew from WHS-TV and MC-TV. It's week 1 of a brand new season, Jim. The playoffs, it's a different animal. It's win or go home, and so the number 3 seed Massillon Tigers can take nothing for granted tonight.
No, but they've got a lot of momentum after a big win last week against their rival McKinley. They played extremely well. Defensive battle. I thought there'd be a lot more points in that ball game, but take your hat off to what Massillon did defensively and pitching a shutout in that second half. Jalen Slaughter was very, very good with them not being able to run the ball as good as they usually do. McKinley did a great job with Gamble, keeping him in check. And, you know, from that kind of game, and now Massillon winning their first state championship, bracketed state championship last year. They're looking to defend. They're coming back home, and they're awful tough to beat in this place in Paul Brown Tiger Stadium.
All right, the Tigers are 8-2. The Licking Heights Hornets come in as the number 14 seed in the region. They are 4-6. Now, both teams are coming off victories. Jim alluded to the Massillon win against McKinley. Meanwhile, Licking Heights, they've had some injury troubles all season, Jim, but they have finished strong. They've gotten some guys back. They had a 40-0 win against Zanesville in their season finale. And so, you know, you don't know a whole lot about this team, but they do pose some challenges with some of their personnel.
Yeah, they do. They've got some really good players. You know, you got Jake Lapino, who's a 6'1", 215-pound senior. He's rushed for almost 634 yards. He's a big back. He is also one of their best linebackers. Does a lot of great things from, you know, getting downhill, pressuring the quarterback, and he's also able to get in space. He's a downhill runner. He's big. He's strong. He likes to fall forward. But it's going to be a tough challenge to try to move Massillon's defense, especially if the big fella, Big Mike Wright, has a ball game like he did last week. He was a man-child.
You know, you look back at the season, Jim, we've covered a number of games here on television for the Tigers. What stands out to you about this team? What have they done well? What has exceeded or met your expectations?
I think they've done a really good job of replacing the starters that they had. I mean, we're talking about 8 new guys on defense. And, you know, these guys have stepped in and filled in nicely. You know, then you have an injury to their best linebacker, Jaden Williams, 3 or 4 weeks ago with a knee injury. He's not going to play in tonight's ball game, and it's next man up. Vito McConnell slid in from the outside to the inside. You still got Mylan Lennox, who had a monster game from his Bobby linebacker position. 3.5 tackles for loss last week. Was a nightmare with the quarterback, and it was so impressive to watch him be able to squeeze and run the rail and be able to pull down Nino Hill from behind quite a few times. He's going to be a problem. Mike Wright's going to push in the middle. Licking Heights is going to have to play their best ball game, and, you know, Massillon's going to get the ball to start the ball game. We're going to look for them to come out and do what they do, and that's to put a touchdown on the board early and get this thing rolling.
All right, it is Massillon and Licking Heights. It is the playoff opener for both teams. It's Division II Region 7 action. Jim and I will take this time out, and when we come back, we'll get you ready for the kickoff of tonight's game. You're watching Massillon Tigers football from WHS-TV and MC-TV.
With innovative technology and superior service, MC-TV opens doors to educational and work opportunities to keep you engaged. Fast, reliable internet powered by whole home Wi-Fi connects students with educators, resources, inspiration, and brings your work life home. Plus, when you can't visit the places you want to be, cable TV and streaming video opens doors to abundant entertainment options. MC-TV, we go the extra mile.
So you got a little trouble with your credit score. Well, here's a little tip so you won't anymore. Pick out your card, fill out a form. That's all you need to know, and off you'll go. Progressive Auto Group in Massillon. ProgressiveAutoGroup.com.
Find your credit amnesty at Progressive and get pre-qualified in less than 5 minutes. Get a fresh start today.
Progressive Auto Group in Massillon. ProgressiveAutoGroup.com.
And welcome back, my friends. Welcome back. You see the Massillon Tigers swing band on the field. Yes, we await the kickoff between the Tigers and the Licking Heights Hornets. Massillon, of course, coached by Nate Moore. Licking Heights, coached by Austin Dreyer. They've won 2 of their last 3. They're out of the Licking County League, where they were 2-3 this year in the Buckeye Division. And that they're located east of Columbus, and it's a growing area and growing athletic programs. But Licking Heights, they've had some injuries this year, 4-6. But qualifying for the playoffs, that's all any team can ask, Jim, a chance to play in Week 11. And you know that they will come out with certainly an intense effort against Massillon. But you've got games like this all over the state tonight. The upper seeds against the lower seeds. Oftentimes it turns into a lopsided game, but you never know. That's why you got to play it, right?
That's why you got to line them up. Everybody puts the shoes on the same exact way, and there's 11 players on their team, 11 players on our team, and you know, like you said, they're a 14 seed, but any given Friday night, there's an opportunity to play, and these guys didn't come up here to lose, and I expect them to come out and play hard to start the ball game.
As Jim alluded to, the Hornets won the toss and deferred to the second half, so Massillon will have the ball to start the game very shortly. Right now, let's listen in. I believe the alma mater is being played, followed by the playing of our national anthem. So we'll listen in to the sights and sounds here from Paul Brown Tiger Stadium. Right now, the Massillon Tigers are in the tunnel, and they are about to take the field here before this playoff gathering. It is a fairly comfortable night as the Tigers take the field. Tigers are led onto the field tonight by Bishop Cup, followed by all of his Tigers teammates. We have a fairly comfortable night for the 1st of November. Right now we're looking at 51 degrees and dry conditions here at Paul Brown Tiger Stadium, so you really couldn't ask for more than that. We've had pretty agreeable weather all season, except for a couple of rainy Fridays early in the season. But the Tigers are lining up. I see the Hornets have come out from their locker room as well. A fairly small squad for the Hornets. A lot of two-way players, which we'll talk about as we go along in our broadcast coverage tonight. But right now, we'll pause for the playing of our national anthem.
From the mountains to the prairie to the oceans white with foam, God bless America, my home sweet home. With Emily Butts directing, please stand and join in the singing of our national anthem, the Star Spangled Banner.
Excellent job by the Massillon Swing Band. And we are just moments away from playoff football. Tigers are 8-2. Came away as the number 3 seed in Division II Region 7. Licking Heights the number 14 seed after a 4-6 finish. So Jim, we've got a couple of minutes to go. Let's maybe get some thoughts from you on keys to the game, factors that will be important for the Tigers and the Hornets.
I think for Massillon, they need to clean up the penalties a little bit from last week. You know, we kind of say this every week, but, you know, then you get into the playoffs and you start getting these penalties, and the key penalties at key times. Massillon had over 120 yards of penalties last week. They had about 4 or 5 personal foul penalties that hurt them at the wrong time. They got to clean that up. They need to start fast on offense. You know, this is a team that's 4-6. The last thing you want to do is let them get excited early. So I look for Jalen Slaughter in this offense to be a little bit aggressive. The offensive coordinator, Alex Wood, I look for them to, you know, kind of get a little feel, maybe run the ball a little bit, see how the corner's going to play, and then take some deep shots. For Licking Valley, just got to get off the bus and handle some business. It's a long bus ride for them, 2-hour trip. But, again, they didn't practice all week, and they didn't come up here to lose, so they need to play turnover-free, and they also need to play well in all 3 aspects of the game because, as we saw last week with Massillon, they were able to block a punt early, which got them going.
The officials assigned by the OHSAA for this game are referee Gartrell Bentley. He'll be making the announcements of all the penalty calls. Christian Johnson is the umpire. Bobby Starks, the linesman. The line judge, Rick Macer. And Scott Cole is the back judge, also joined by center judge Michael Warner. They will make the impartial calls in tonight's playoff game between Licking Heights and Massillon. Tigers coming off that emotional win, 16-7 against the McKinley Bulldogs last Saturday afternoon. Just an incredible day of football, Jim. And boy, I kept going back and thinking about that late field goal right before halftime by Mateo Herrera, which made it 16-7, made it a 2-score game. There were no points in the second half, but that late 3 points before halftime proved to be big.
Yeah, that's a great point, partner. I didn't really think about that, but you're right. And the way that they got down there to be able to kick the field goal was outstanding. Jalen Slaughter did a tremendous job of managing the 2-minute offense, taking timeouts when he was supposed to, checking the ball down to the backs. The offensive line did a great job hustling up to the line of scrimmage when the ball was in play and the clock didn't stop. They were able to get out of bounds when they're supposed to. Jalen gave him a chance. And the super soft kicker, who's had a heck of a year with probably one of the biggest field goals in his young career.
He's 5 for 7 this year. That was a 36-yarder. All right, Josiah Ayers is the kicker, and we are underway. Ayers boots it away. It is a short kick. It'll be taken by Tolles at the 25-yard line and out of bounds near the 32, about a 7-yard return, and away we go. In playoff football, week 1 of what teams hope will be a 6-game run to a state championship.
Man, that's a lot of games for high school kids to play when you think about, you know, the fact that it's already a 10-game season. I remember when I was in college, I mean, we only played 14 games, and, you know, now you're asking 16, 17, 18-year-old kids to play that long of a season. And, you know, you're worried about this point, especially with a schedule like Massillon. I mean, every week has been a pretty tough game to be able to stay healthy through all that. But it's going to be a great grind, and I'm looking forward to seeing how Massillon responds to that first championship.
Jalen Slaughter, the senior, will flip it to Jaquez Carter on a sweep, and he's tackled over on the far side of the field. That was well strung out by the Hornets. Looks like he was tackled by Javen Mercier, the senior strong safety who got him down.
Just a little push pass coming from left to right to try to get him going early. Corner for Licking did a great job of staying outside leverage. They're going to come out and play press man here.
It was a loss of 1. Slaughter loads up, fires a pass to Braylon Tolles, who caught a touchdown pass against McKinley last Saturday. He steps out of bounds. 3rd down coming up. It's 3rd and 5 after a 6-yard pickup to Braylon Tolles. That is catch number 40 on the year.
Came out and showed cover 1. Corners ended up dropping out. Jalen Slaughter doing a great job of reading into the boundary. Corner dropped into a deep 3rd, giving up that flat area. Tolles able to just turn around at a 6-yard hitch. Slaughter sticks his foot in the ground for a nice gain.
All right, third down for Massillon. They'll hand it up the middle. And that is Mylan Lennox who gets thrown down. It'll depend on the spot. He's very close to the line to gain, and they say move the sticks. And it's a first down for Mylan Lennox. Lennox, the senior, 5'10", 205.
More of the power back between him and Gamble. They like to put him in with Big Mike Wright in their big package, and Gamble's got a little bit more speed, but Mylan able to fall forward after contact for a first down.
It was Gamble's first carry of the night, and they bottle him up for no gain. Jameer Gamble against McKinley, 20 carries, 53 yards. He also caught 4 passes. But on the year, Jim, 1,082 yards, 108 per game.
He's having a heck of a year. He's done an outstanding job being the bell cow running back. And the thing that's impressive is he's really good out of the backfield catching passes.
Slaughter, again, fires to the outside. It's caught by Tolles, makes a man miss, and got some extra yardage. Out of bounds in Hornets territory at the 48-yard line. That'll be a pickup of 9. Second down and 1. That was a nice move.
Yeah, just ran the smash concept with a hitch on the outside, a corner out by the inside. As soon as the quarterback takes the snap, you want to immediately get your eyes to the corner. That corner into the boundary continues to drop and leaving that flat wide open. Jalen's going to take it there again with the same exact play. The corner keeps dropping out. That's the 3rd straight hitch they've hit on this drive. Again, to move the change. You can see it right here. Corner out by number 1 to the inside, Tolles to the outside, soft corner, stick the foot in the ground, get it out. The thing is, too, when you run this concept and you have the ball or have receivers open in the flat, the offensive line does not have to block up front very long and protect. So Jalen's able to get it out quick, which frustrates a defensive line.
Well, that time he hooks up with Ricardo Wells, and it's a first down. 2 third-down conversions on this drive, which started at the 32-yard line. Gamble picking his way to the near side, trying to turn the corner at the 40 and to the 35 and out of bounds. Got just enough of him. Jake Lapinto, their top tackler and their top running back, number 45, he was able to get him out of bounds.
Gamble
we've got a flag now, Jim, over on the far side of the field.
It's going to be sideline warning, I believe.
Line warning on Lincoln Heights. That's their first. The next one will result in a 5-yard penalty.
Interesting that it's a sideline warning when the play came to the Massillon side of the field.
Yeah, sure was.
But a second down and 5 now after a 5-yard pickup for Jameer Gamble.
Got pressed into the boundary.
Slaughter on play action. Down the field on a post route for Jaquez Carter. He makes the catch. Touchdown, Tigers. They strike on the first drive in the first quarter of the first playoff game of 2024. 6-0 Massillon.
Nice play action pass. It's a deep post. Jalen Slaughter doing a great job of getting the air underneath the ball to let Carter go up in a 50-50 opportunity to pull it in. Nice play action by Jalen to pull the safety down. One-on-one going specifically to the corner to their right. Safety came down with no help. Slaughter doing a great job recognizing it, taking a shot, and getting this Massillon offense going early. And it was the arm of Slaughter that really dominated this drive. I believe he didn't throw an incomplete pass and picked up 3 or 4 first downs.
Dead ball, unsportsmanlike on the Massillon player. That's their first. Penalty will be enforced on the kickoff.
All right, so a personal foul penalty goes against the Tigers. Jaquez Carter, his 7th touchdown reception of the year for Jalen Slaughter. That is touchdown pass number 16 versus only 2 interceptions.
That's why they're sitting right now at 8-2. When you have a touchdown interception ratio like that, it's outstanding.
Here's Herrera, who has been outstanding on PATs this year. Xavier Owens will hold it. Frank Salvino snaps it back. Here comes the kick. It is up and it is good. 7-0 Tigers. Hornets ball when we come back after this timeout. You're watching Massillon Tigers football.
It's football season. It's week 1.
Kelsey, what up?
I think I messed up, Hank. I don't think I can walk away from football.
Say less. I got you. Jason Daniel Kelsey, Welcome back to football.
This is a Buffalo Wild Wings.
Exactly. Where you watch all the games while stuffing your face with, like, the greatest wings.
So good.
And all the beer.
There we go. Let's go.
See? B-Dubs is football.
It's football.
It's football. Let's go, Sports Ball.
A 35-yard touchdown pass from Jalen Slaughter to Jaquez Carter has the Massillon Tigers on top 7-0. Now the Hornets will have a chance to possess the football. Now the personal foul yardage will be assessed on the kickoff, and so Nolan Hendricks will have to kick off from his own 25-yard line.
We're talking about those personal foul penalties for Massillon. Come back and bite them. And after a big play, great way to start the game. They're going to back up 15 yards.
And number 8, Simi John Uwangalei.
Simi Ogunlei is back with Josiah Ayers. And the kick will float toward Ayers. It takes a bounce and goes out of bounds at about the 13-yard line. So the Hornets will get it at the 30.
Procedure on the kicking team. Licking Heights will elect to take the ball at the 35-yard line.
Pardon me, 35. 1st and 10. 9:39 to go. First quarter, 7-0 Tigers. J.J. Shackelford is the quarterback for Licking Heights. He's the 4th quarterback that has seen action this year due to injuries. He's 5'11", 155, and a junior. Also sees time at corner. As we mentioned, Jim, and you can really see it. I don't know if our shot has gotten the sideline yet, but it is a fairly small squad personnel-wise for Licking Heights, and so they have a lot of two-way players. Fatigue could play a factor in this game.
I don't know if it's going to be so much fatigue as just the physicality of the way that Massillon plays.
The ball will be spotted at the 50-yard line, first down.
Well, they are moving the ball to the 50-yard line. Didn't really catch the reasoning for that.
I was wondering that because I was thinking when they kicked it out of bounds, it was really smart because they were already backed up 15 yards, right? But they're not going to reward Massillon for kicking it out of bounds after the personal foul penalty. So I believe that's where the extra 15 yards comes in.
So they start with a short field at the 50. The snap goes back to Shackelford. He's in trouble, trying to elude the pressure. He does make a man miss and heads to the sideline, out of bounds for about a 6-yard loss.
Gotta throw that ball away, young buck.
Well, you had Davion Floyd chasing him, among others. It turns into a 5-yard loss, out of bounds at the Licking Heights 45-yard line.
Protection did break down up front, but what you don't want to do on your first offensive play is take a 5-yard sack. Just simply throw the ball away. You don't take sacks on first down, especially when you have the time and the opportunity to throw the ball away.
Jake Lopinto in the backfield. Bad snap, fumbled by Shackelford. He gets it back, but he is not going to be able to turn it upfield. He is tackled by Trayon Williams, who comes back in and sacks him at the 38-yard line. And on the first 2 plays from scrimmage, it is a net 12-yard loss for Licking Heights.
Shaq looks a little nervous back there taking that snap. Massillon loading up the box and blitzing off both sides. You're going to see Massillon tee up another run blitz or pass blitz here. I don't think that they'll probably sit back and allow him to set his feet. Got the QB rattled a little bit early.
That's 3rd down and 21. First series of the game for Licking Heights. Massillon up by a score of 7-0. First quarter action here at Paul Brown Tiger Stadium. There's Lopinto, got hit near the line of scrimmage, falls forward. Got a couple of yards. Logan Ullman on the stop for Massillon, his 52nd tackle of the year.
Logan Ullman coming in from his weak side linebacker position. This linebacker core for Massillon is truly talented. Mylan Lennox, senior. Vito McConnell, the Miami commit, is another senior at 6'3", 220. Logan Ullman, 6'1", 215, junior. And let's remember that Jaden Williams, their leading tackler, for about the first 7 weeks of the season, has been out with a knee injury. He's not playing tonight.
Lopinto punts it. Hackenbrack takes it at the 21-yard line, at the 25, 30, trying to weave his way for a few extra yards, which he gets at about the 34-yard line. Nice 13-yard return after the punt by Lapinto. And so Massillon takes over, already leading it by a score of 7-0.
See Vito McConnell back deep, gives him a little shake and bake, a little dead leg. Cuts it back inside, gets north and south. Good field position. Good job managing the punt. Massillon starting off exactly the way they want to. First offensive series, we saw Jalen Slaughter take him down the field with that arm. Defense comes back after a nice touchdown and goes 3 and out after the personal foul penalty. And Massillon set up shop. Again, a pretty good field position to the 35-yard line.
Tigers scored earlier on a pass to Jaquez Carter, and now the fake handoff to Gamble costs a sack. Slaughter wiped out back at the 31-yard line.
Gets the sack for the Hornets.
I think it was a zone read. You could see Jalen tapping his chest like, man, that's my bad. I should have gave that to him, and he should. Looked like the end collapsed. Should have gave it to Gamble off left tackle.
Second down and 14 after the loss. 7:23 to go, first quarter. And now a flag flies as the ball was snapped. And it's going to be offside against the Massillon offensive line. Got an injury to Gamble.
Encroachment on the offense, number 23. 5 yards from the previous spot, down to second down.
All right, they're taking a look at Gamble. While they do that, we'll step aside for a timeout. 7-0 Tigers. We'll be back.
Doring Vision Center is a primary care optometry clinic located in downtown Massillon. We have an optical department with a wide variety of eyeglass frames. From budget packages to designer brands, we have it all. Doring Vision Center uses the latest technology and fit all types of contact lenses. We treat eye disease conditions and will take emergency eye visits. Most insurances are accepted and same-day appointments may be available. Doring Vision Center. See our offices in Massillon or New Philadelphia.
Medicap Pharmacy on Lincoln Way West has been serving our area for over 20 years. They're your local pharmacy that cares about you and your time.
I can get them filled from 5 to 10 minutes. If I go to a chain drugstore, I may have to wait a half hour to an hour.
Probably the best pharmacist in the city.
Hi, I'm Chris Kingsbury, owner and pharmacist at Medicap Pharmacy. Stop in sometime soon and you can experience our fast and friendly service.
Well, my friends, there you see Gamble being helped off the field. He was at first putting no weight whatsoever on his right leg. Now you see him walking to get some more help from the training staff. Lennox running to the right, and they sprang him for a couple of yards out across the 30, maybe to the 33. A pickup of 7 for Lennox, who all of a sudden, at least for the moment, is the featured back. So we hope the best for Gamble, who's still trying to walk it off down there. I did not see the contact, but it was a play that was stopped due to a penalty when one of the receivers lined up offside. So hopefully we'll see Gamble back up and healthy. Here's a long ball downfield looking for Tolles, and he is wiped out. Pass interference coming against Josiah Ayers, who jumped on the back of Braylon Tolles. That'll be a pass interference penalty, and we'll see it again right here, Jim.
Nice, great pass protection up front, which allows Toll to get in behind the safety. And it was a deep post again, trying to expose. Licking Heights went to 2 high safeties, playing cover 4, trying to keep everything in front of them on 3rd and long, but Toll's able to get behind the defense and pick up the interference call. Great job by Jalen Slaughter again, giving his receiver an opportunity to make a play in a 50-50 opportunity.
We'll move it ahead 15 yards from the previous spot. And so it comes to the 48. Massillon operating in their own territory, leading at 7-0. We're about halfway through the first quarter, 6:27 to go. Beautiful Friday night. And we're glad you're with us for our coverage of Massillon Tigers football. Playoff week number 1. Slaughter feels the pressure. Flag comes out. Line drive pass is caught. Once again, Ricardo Wells, his second grab of the night, but a flag in the backfield, possibly a hold coming up.
You're going to get number 5, Mylon Lennox.
Holding on the offense, number 5. From the previous spot, we'll go 10 yards. Remains first down.
So they'll walk that back 10 yards. Somewhat of a little bit of a disjointed drive so far here, Jim. But really the key concern is Gamble's condition.
Massillon putting himself, again, behind the chains, off script, having to overcome a lot of yards early. But I believe that was their fourth penalty of the ball game. Not even halfway through the first quarter. I really like Jalen Slaughter extending the play right there. Ricardo Wells doing a great job coming backside from right to left, flattening out for a target for Jalen.
Handoff to Lennox. Breaks a couple of arm tackles. Finally gets yanked down by Jake Lapinto near the 44-yard line.
Just running through tackles.
Got a 6-yard pickup there.
Unblocked through the linebacker position. Didn't get a number on him, but Mylon Lennox's ability to break tackles, low pad level, falling forward, high knee drive. Tough to bring down.
Jake Lapinto of Licking Heights comes into tonight's game with a team-high 88 tackles on the year. Slaughter throws it over the head of Tolles.
That's intended for number 1, Braylon Tolles.
Tolles was guarded by Richard Hill, the strong safety. Offensive line for the Tigers, Nolan Davenport at left tackle, Mike Looney the left guard, Andrew Brumfield is the center, Chris Fair the right guard, Gavin Kappas the right tackle. They rotate in Marcus Garner and Davion Floyd.
Licking Heights only rushing 3. Jalen's got to realize that clock is going to go off in his head prematurely. He's going to have more time than he realizes.
Pocket stays clean, but now he's rolling out to the right. He is hit and sacked back at the 38-yard line. Nicely done by Licking Heights.
Can't see if that's number. I believe that's number 13.
So that would be Caden Cross, the sophomore safety. Only his second sack of the year. And not that anybody is worried about our problems, Jim, but these are white numbers on white jerseys for Licking Heights.
It is not very easy to see these numbers from the press box, especially with the glare.
4th and 18 after the sack. That means a punt for Hackenbrack and a fair catch taken back at the 24-yard line. So a nice punt by Hackenbrack that ends up being 36 yards, no return. Tyler Hackenbrack averaging 38 yards a kick with a long of 64 this year. He has been a great weapon.
Yeah, he certainly has. We've seen him pin down a couple punts last week against McKinley. Does a great job in the kick return game as well. I mean, he's a guy that, you know, just put me on the field, coach. He's the utility Swiss Army knife. Whatever you need me to do, I can do it. And he's done a great job on all sides and having himself a heck of a year.
1st and 10 from the 24-yard line. Here come the Hornets down 7-0. One-score game at this juncture. Bad snap. It's picked up behind Shackelford, and nowhere to run for Simi Ogunlei. And he's tackled back at the 17-yard line, a loss of 7. We saw some shaky snaps on their first possession that cost them, and that time it skipped past Shackelford. The center is Dalton Pond. Fred Saunders, the left tackle. Jordan Siddell, the left guard. Elijah Ferguson at right guard. Matthew Schmitz is the right tackle. Left guard Siddell is 6'2", 300. Shackelford takes the snap, let her high, throws a pass. It's caught by Josiah Ayers to the 25-yard line and out of bounds on the near side. Pickup of about 8 yards. They still have a long 3rd down here, deep in their own territory.
Just a hitch route. Good call by Licking Heights just to get the ball out of his hand. A little shaky these first couple offensive series.
Coming into the game tonight, Jim, Shackelford had only attempted 20 passes completing 13. Their starter, Jalen Fillmore, was injured earlier. They've also used Grady Stevens. And now Shackelford getting the start in the playoff opener. 3rd down and 7. From the 27-yard line of the Hornets, Shackelford throws a deep ball. A lot of air under that one. It's incomplete downfield. Intended for Josiah Ayers.
Great coverage and man-to-man by 0 Lennox Lemon. Doing a great job of squeezing. Nice job. You can see his eyes and his shoulder get back to the ball, which makes it really easy for the referee to keep that flag in the pocket.
4th down and 7 now, and that means a punt coming up for Jake Lopinto, who averages 37 yards per kick. Good field position coming up here for Massillon.
My bad, partner. You see Massillon making an adjustment on defense, taking Mylan Lennox out, putting number 37 in, Arcel Hill, the 6-foot, 190-pound sophomore, to get him some experience at that linebacker position, while Mylan's going to handle the running back duties tonight, it looks like.
Oh, he gets a nice turnover. It's going to roll all the way down to the 11-yard line. That's 62 yards from Jake Lopinto.
Hackenbrack a little frustrated by not being able to pick up the punt, but I mean, it got to the point where it started rolling. It's, you know, you get in that gray area. It's, you know, better safe than sorry. You're up 7-0. You don't want to do anything crazy to try to get this team some momentum and get them back in the game. Just put it on your offense, which has already scored a touchdown in this this first quarter, and they just got to get away from the penalties. Penalties are killing Massillon's offense.
Jim, would you say I jumped the gun about the good field position?
A little bit. But if you're the quarterback and you're Jalen Slaughter, it's like, you know what, boys? It's just more passing yards we're going to put on. Just give me some time and we'll move the ball.
Slaughter gives it up the middle. I believe that was Lennox again at the 15. Nope, Gamble is back in there. Great news for Massillon Tigers fans. There he is.
Great to see. You weren't sure when he went down. Looks like he's running a little beat up, but still such a skilled running back. See him limping a little bit, but he's going to go out there and gut it out. It's playoffs. Rub some dirt on it mentality.
A 6-yard pickup, 2nd down. We'll call it a long 4. Slaughter to Gamble running right, and he gets into the 2nd level. 1st down. Yanked down outside the numbers near the 27-yard line.
It's a good block by the right side of that line. Number 52, Chris Fair, and number 60, Marcus Garner Jr., the 6'1", 285-pound sophomore. He's had himself a pretty good ball game with the schedule that they played this year. A lot of valuable experience.
Shackelford and Lopinto on the stop, but now Gamble is bottled up. Still spins around, maybe gets a yard there.
Gamble gets the carry.
2nd down.
Richard Hill.
You can see the linebackers for
the
Licking Heights really selling out. I think you're going to be able to get another play-action pass with something over the top. These linebackers want to stay aggressive. Wouldn't surprise me to see a slow screen out of the backfield to Gamble or something out on the edge, maybe with a bubble.
Gamble on the left hip of Slaughter. Flag comes out. False start against the Tigers, so add 5 more to the penalty total. But Jameer Gamble coming into this game, Jim, in his last 3.
False start. Number 1 on the offense. 5 yards, previous spot, 2nd down.
Last 3 games of the regular season, Jameer Gamble, 495 yards, 8 touchdowns.
And that was with an off week last week when he only picked up 50 and some change against McKinley. I mean, what he's done, it's been exceptional in the back half of this season.
I mean, those are numbers that many high school backs would love to have for a whole season. There's Zimmerman over the middle, makes the catch. Cut down, not many yak yards there, but tackled at the 32.
Great call by offensive coordinator Alex Wood. You can see the linebackers all blitzed. Zim pretended like he was going to block, free release, allowing the linebackers to come in free. Jalen recognizes the blitz, throws it out hot for a nice game to get him back into 3rd and manageable.
6th catch of the year for DJ Zimmerman. Back to throw Slaughter. Pocket stays clean. He's got all day. Throws over the middle. Gamble makes the catch, but he is hit by Jake Lopinto, who came in like a freight train and Knocked Gamble down, but it should be good for the first down.
Good poise by Jalen Slaughter, working right to left, back to right for the check down. Gamble doing a great job after he went out with a potential knee injury, coming back in and playing tough, not only running well, but a key first down catch to keep this Massillon Tiger drive moving.
Boy, just holding on to the ball after that hit was a great athletic feat. 1st and 10 for the Tigers from the 39-yard line. Running right in between the tackles. Good gain on first down for Jameer. Remember, this drive started all the way back at the 11.
Massillon changing it up a little bit, recognizing that Licking Heights went to a 3-down lineman, more of a pass defense, light guys in the box as far as numbers go, much easier for them to run.
We're 30 seconds to go, first quarter in the playoff opener, 7-0 Tigers. Gamble just fighting for yardage there. He'll be short, about a 1-yard pickup, 3rd down and 2. That will likely be the last play of the first quarter. Down to 12 seconds now. Slaughter still looking over at the sideline. Now 5 to go in the quarter, but I think they will just allow it to run down, and that indeed is the end of the first quarter. 7-0 Tigers. We'll get second quarter play-by-play going in just a moment. You're watching Massillon Tigers football from WHS-TV and MCTV Playoff 2024.
Here at Shanklin Heating and Air Conditioning, we are a third-generation family-owned company that has served our community since 1960. Our highly trained technicians are able to meet all of your repair and installation needs. Our promise to our local community is that we are working for you. We are dedicated to putting you first. If you need dependable, affordable, and effective HVAC solutions for your home, contact Shanklin Heating and Air Conditioning today.
As an MCTV customer, you can get all the help you need, the way you want it. We're here for you on the phone, online at mctvohio.com, social media, email, or chat. So you can pay your bill, access your account, learn more, and even troubleshoot with local customer assistance. All the way you want to, all from within your home. MCTV, we go the extra mile.
We thank you so much for joining us tonight for playoff coverage of Tigers football. 7-0, Massillon with the early lead. Scored on their first possession, 35-yard pass from Carter. From Slaughter to Carter, and here's Slaughter to throw on the first play of the second quarter, and the pass is intercepted by the Hornets. It was a little bit underthrown and brought back all the way to the far side of the field. That's Jake Lopinto. He makes every play for these Hornets. That's his 3rd interception.
Yeah, you saw Tolles coming across on a deep over. Jalen Slaughter not seeing Lopinto dropping back. He just had to float it over his head, and it would have been a huge play for Massillon. They had this play open earlier where they ran the post, and then the deep over underneath. Slaughter just underthrew it. Didn't see Lopinto sinking back, following his eyes.
Just the 3rd INT thrown by Slaughter this year. Hornets have the ball back. It's a busted play and an incomplete pass as Shackelford really had no idea what to do after the misfire on the snap. They tried to throw it out to Richard Hill, the halfback. He only has 1 catch on the year. So 2nd down and 10.
Quite a change. Shackelford turned the wrong way. You saw the back go to the right, then they leaked the back to the left. He tried to fake to the left. There was nobody there. Did a great job of at least getting it out. But this offense has been discombobulated from play 1, to say the least.
Probably had that feeling a time or two. Guy just wasn't quite where you were supposed to be. Two receivers now on the left. Nice snap to Shackelford. He gets rid of it. It's caught by Josiah Ayers at the 40 to the 35-yard line, out of bounds, just short of the first down. Hackenbrack was there along with Damari Clemens. Third down, about 1 to go for the Hornets. 11:28 to go.
Good job by Shaq to get the ball out. Massillon playing a little soft in coverage. If it was me with a young, inexperienced quarterback, I'd keep blitzing him and I would play man-to-man and force him to make throws. You can see his arm strength really isn't there yet. At only 155 pounds, struggling to get the ball from the middle of the field out beyond the numbers. I would press and throw the timing off and try to get my guys there on the blitz.
They came blitzing from the right. They handed it off to Lopinto. He just hit a pile of bodies and got thrown backwards. Mike Wright was there to stop him first. That forces 4th down and 1. Ball is at the 35-yard line, and they're in the hurry-up. And now a whistle and a timeout taken by the Tigers. We'll take one as well. It's a 4th and 1 for the Hornets with the Tigers up by 7. We'll be back with more second quarter action after this timeout.
Most of us are engaged with
People keep coming back to Joey's Kendall Tavern again and again. They say it's Massillon's oldest gathering place. Come find out why. The food is always great. Tavern classics, expertly prepared, generous servings, daily lunch and dinner specials, always delicious. The atmosphere is warm and inviting. A comfortable place to relax with family and friends. The friendly staff makes you feel at home whether it's your first visit or you've been coming for years. Visit Joey's Kendall Tavern today, Massillon's oldest gathering place. You'll be back soon.
We have a 7-0 ball game. Massillon has forced a 4th and 1. And Nate Moore spent a timeout with the Hornets of Licking Heights hurrying to the line. So we'll see what they dial up here, try to get a first down. The Hornets have kind of stopped the early bleeding after giving up the touchdown on Massillon's first possession. He'll ask Jake Lopinto to get it, but instead, Shackelford pulls the ball back, runs for it himself, gets across the 20-yard line. Boy, they sold that fake. And Shackelford gets the first down and much more, all the way to the 16, making the 17-yard line.
Nice fake by Shackelford. Fooled the really good safety for Massillon. Hackenbrack pulled him down, was able to get outside. Massillon selling out to the run, not thinking Shackelford was going to pull it. Did a great job of reading it, getting north and south and get what he can get and set him up inside the red zone.
Got a 24-yard run on 4th down, so they convert and move the sticks. They're inside the red zone, and now Shackelford fires a pass. It's caught by Josiah Ayers. It's a touchdown for the Hornets. A 17-yard touchdown pass. Shackelford's 3rd of the year. Ayers hauls in his 6th, and they're an extra point away from tying this one up. 10:02 to go before halftime.
Take your hat off to Shackelford with the key first down run, big chunk play, and then coming back on first down, throwing a strike on a slant. He was able to beat number 22, I believe, Mari Clemens. 165-pound junior. Again, playing soft at the corner position, allowing these receivers to get off clean.
Flag is down.
Now we had some movement on the lines for the extra point kick by Ayers himself.
Ball. Encroachment on the defense, number 87. Half a distance to the goal.
So they'll move it.
Retry the kick.
1.5 yards forward.
I'll tell you what, if I'm Licking Heights, I'm on the road, I'm 4 and 6. I get half the distance to the goal, and I'm with you. Roll the dice and go for 2. Play to win. Like this call by Coach.
Well, here comes the offensive unit back out. They do have Jake Lopinto. He is a 6'1", 215-pound punishing running back who is committed to Robert Morris University. They used him as a bait and switch on that 4th down play, and Shackelford ran it. And so they'll line up and try to take the lead here. Ball's on the 1.5-yard line. Shackelford under center. They handed it to the up back, a fullback lined up there. The Tigers stop it. The two-point try fails, and Massillon leads it by a score of 7-6. Tigers ball when we come back after this brief timeout. You're watching Tigers football on MCTV.
The Boys and Girls Club of Massillon has been at the forefront of youth development, instilling a sense of competence, usefulness, belonging, and influence. The greatest contributions to the lives of our youth, our communities, our nation, and the world are the life lessons taught every moment of every hour of every club day. The youth of today become the leaders of tomorrow. Great futures start here.
Now the Licking Heights Hornets, the number 14 seed in the region, they have scored and pulled to within one. Their two-point conversion failed, and so the Tigers will get the ball back with the lead. We have 10:02 to go here in quarter number 2. Here on this beautiful Friday night, 51 degrees at game time. Licking Heights getting a little bit of momentum. Kickoff is kind of head out of bounds. Hit a member of the chain gang over there. So that's going to give it to the Tigers at the 35.
Licking Heights glad to be into this second quarter. Looking at some of the first quarter stats, Dave. Licking Heights had 6 total offensive plays for -6 yards. Jalen Slaughter in that first quarter, 6 for 7 for 75 yards. Amir Gamble had 7 carries for 30. Mylan Lennox 3 for 18. Braylon Tolles had 2 catches for 15. Jaquez Carter 1 for 33, and that big touchdown on the post over the top.
Well, the Tigers will elect to make him kick it again and give the Tigers a potential return here. Ball will be teed up at the 35. Hackenbrack is back deep. That's Lennox back there as well, I believe, although the jersey is a little yanked up. Might be Dalen Pringle back there as a kick returner. Here comes the kick by Josiah Ayers, and it will bounce at the 20. I believe that is Pringle across the 40. Nice return. So the Tigers do end up getting about 7 extra yards than they would have gotten had they taken the penalty. Hey friends, tonight's television broadcast of Massillon Tigers football is brought to you by WHS-TV, together with our friends at MCTV, where they go the extra smile. This evening's presentation is being produced by the students of WHS-TV Media Arts at Massillon Washington High School. Our crew tonight includes Lana Fisher, Braden Jadell, Alicia Stutzman, and Sebastian Thompson, all led by our director, Bill DeWalt, and our assistant director and producer, Jason Rock. Here is trouble for Slaughter. He's tackled in the backfield. It's a sack.
Number 88, Christian Watson with the sack for the Hornets.
So another sack recorded by Licking Heights. That's all the way back to the 34-yard line. I was trying to pick up the number. I could not do it, Jim.
Yeah, it was number 57 that got beat, Gavin Kappas, in his right guard position. Again, set Massillon behind the chains.
Gamble running. Got the sack yardage back, plus a couple of more toward the 45-yard line. Run out of bounds by Jake Lopinto.
Hornets brings up 3rd down for the Tigers.
I believe that previous sack might have been Robert Talbert, linebacker. At any rate, 3rd down and 8 from the Massillon 44, a 7-6 ball game. Just a tad under 9 minutes to go before halftime.
Going to go 3, drop 8 again.
Slaughter in a clean pocket. Line drive pass, and it is caught. Ricardo Wells, his 3rd catch of the night, across midfield, and it's good for a 1st down. They needed to get to the 48. They got to the 47.
There to make the stop for the Hornets.
Jalen doing a nice job keeping his feet set, not moving too much. Wide receivers doing a nice job trying to navigate through these smaller zones. Again, Licking Heights rushing 3, dropping 8, which really makes it more difficult for wide receivers to find holes, and it makes that clock in the quarterback's head go off a lot quicker, as I keep saying.
Wells again at the 40-yard line. He's pushed backward, and his forward progress will get him 7 yards. 2nd down and 3.
Nice job by Slaughter, just taking what he gets quick, getting the ball out of his hand, making the defense come up and make plays. This talented wide receiver core for Massillon is tough for Licking Heights to match up against. It's a pick your poison kind of thing. If you want to play man, better be able to run with these guys.
Ricardo Wells, 4 catches on the night, and there's Braylon Tolles hauling one in as he slid down to the turf to the 35. That's a pickup of 5 and a 1st down.
Just pounding the ball in the flat, corner dropping out again. Ricardo Wells doing a great job of taking on a double team from the safety that came down in the corner. Saw him bump into him, corner your screen.
Gamble trying to run over the left tackle, got hit. He's trying to move laterally on the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. One other note, fans, you can catch the rebroadcast of tonight's game on the WHS-TV cable channel on MCTV, channel 611 and 11, and on the WHS-TV YouTube channel, the handle at WHS-TVOhio. 2nd and 10 for the Tigers, leading at 7-6. Slaughter fires a pass to the right side. Jaquez Carter trying to drag a foot, and I did not see a signal. I think he was out of bounds.
Intended for number 7, Jaquez Carter.
Just moving too much. Don't have to move that much, Jay. Just stay in there. Great job by 7. Carter coming back into the frame. Slaughter just falling off his throw a little bit, pushing that throw to the right. Just needs to set his feet, stay in the pocket, rushing 3 or 4. You got at least 5 up front, especially if you keep it back and you got 6 on 4. Just got to move as little or as much as you have to at the quarterback position.
He's back to throw. There's Tolles, and he is hit and dragged down for a loss. Again, that was Robert Talbert, the linebacker. He's a true freshman. 31 tackles and 2 sacks coming in. He's made some nice plays on this particular drive for Massillon. He had the sack and now a tackle for a loss, forcing a 4th down and 12 for Massillon. And they're in that gray area of the field where a little too far out for a field goal attempt, a little too close for a traditional punt.
See what Coach Wood dials up here. Got 2 high safeties. Looks like it's going to be cover 4. Got 3 down linemen again. They're going to rush 3 and drop 8. Work the ball into the middle of the field. There's Tolles.
He'll go to Gamble wide open. 30, 35, 20, and out of bounds. 1st down, a 4th down conversion on 4th and 12. They go from the 37 all the way to the 20. A 17-yard pickup on the catch and run by Jameer Gamble. When in doubt, just check down to your all-state running back.
Jalen did a great job with manipulating his eyes on the safeties. Didn't even think that he had Gamble in his sights. Gamble floated out to the right. Again, everybody dropping back, forgetting about the back out of the backfield.
Well, Talbert was coming on a blitz on the left.
Dead ball and crushing it. On the defense, number 43, 5 yards.
Previous spot, it remains 1st down.
7-6 Massillon. They move it a little closer.
We talk a lot each week about Slaughter's ability to find his check down, and we've seen him do that tonight. Gamble had a big catch early that continued to drive when he got blown up on that 4th down, and right there in 4th and 12 on a check down to move the chains.
Now this time Peyton Mitchell checks into the ball game, the 200-pound senior. His 23rd carry of the year. He does have a couple of touchdowns, and he slices through the defense for about 5. give him actually, I guess, about 3.5, so a little short of the first down. Second down, they can get a first down at the 11. Ball marked on the 12, and Licking Heights jumps again. And that will give Massillon
encroachment on the defense, number 43. 5-yard penalty, previous spot. Result of the play will be a first down.
Massillon gets a first down, and they are knocking on the door here to put their second score on the board.
Saw Slaughter do that last week with that voice inflection and hard count.
Peyton Mitchell working from the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and in. Touchdown, Tigers. 13-6, 4:33 to go. Here in second quarter action, the senior Peyton Mitchell caps off the drive with a 5-yard touchdown run.
Got behind the right guard, Gavin Kappas, pulling from right to left. Was able to keep those legs driving, and Mitchell able to break a couple tackles and get into the end zone. Great answer by the Massillon Tigers offense. Key play in that drive was Jalen Slaughter's 4th and 12 check down to Gamble.
On a 58-yard drive, the kick is up and good by Mateo Herrera. That makes it 14-6 Tigers. It'll be Hornets ball when we come back. First, we'll pause for this timeout on MCTV.
Serving our community since 1960, Buell and Oliveri Insurance is large enough to meet all of your insurance needs, yet small enough to know you personally. We take pride in having several insurance carriers, including Grange Insurance, that we can match you with to provide you the most complete coverage and the best rates. If you're tired of lower service and higher premiums, give Buell and Oliveri Insurance a call today and let our experienced agents and staff give you the professional attention you deserve.
There you see your score, 14-6 Tigers. Here on this November 1st, 2024 playoff opener. It is a number 3 seed versus number 14. Massillon, the number 3 seed in Division 2, Region 7.
Number 1, Josiah Ayers.
Winner of this game, assuming it is the Tigers, would host the winner of number 11 Westerville South and number 6 Canal Winchester. Winchester hosting that game tonight as the number 6 seed. They are 7-3. Westerville South 5-5. But those are the two teams up next in the bracket for the winner of this game. Nolan Hendricks kicks off. It'll be taken at the 10-yard line, out to the 20, and still on his feet and thrown out of bounds. Ayers was the return man.
Terrell Green, number 48. Special teams tackle.
A nice return for Ayers, about 10 yards. 1st and 10 from the 20-yard line for the Hornets. They lost their first 2 games of the season before picking up a win at Sheridan in week 3, 27-7. Won 2 of their last 3 regular season games. Shackelford rolling to his right, throws back over the middle. The pass almost picked off. I believe Hackenbrack had his hands on it, as well as the intended receiver. It was almost a held ball there, Jim. Grady Stevens was the intended receiver, and it is a catch.
I don't know how he caught that. It looked to me like he kind of trapped it against the ground, but Shackelford rolling right, throwing back across his body. Absolute no-no. Lucky that Hackenbrack didn't come down from a safety position and pick that off. Got to be careful right before half. The last thing you want to do is turn the ball over to Massillon and give him a short field. Oh, boy.
2nd down and 3, and the ball's on the ground. And the Tigers feel like they have it. It is a fumble, and the Tigers take over at the 25-yard line.
Number 5, Mylan Lennox, right off the edge. We talked about his ability to run Nino Hill down from the backside last week. It's exactly what he did here, staying tight off the tackle. Running back not expecting anything from the backside. Mylan Lennox, speed and quickness off the edge, able to force a turnover, give Massillon a short field, which is exactly what they want. They want to try to milk this clock down, take this lead 21-6 into halftime, because Licking Heights did kick off to Massillon to start the game, so they will receive the second half kickoff.
Lennox forces the fumble. Isaac Maxheimer recovered it. And so the Tiger offense back out on the 25-yard line. Running in between the tackles, Gamble.
Gets the carry for the Tigers.
Short pickup, 2 yards, 2nd down and 8. So it was a near interception by Hackenbrack. And then just a fumble on the handoff, just popped away.
Mylan Lennox created that fumble from the backside. So fast off the edge.
They have not looked the most confident on the snaps or the handoffs tonight. Nothing has been very secure. Slaughter stands in the pocket, throws a pass, leaping two-handed catch by Gamble, and dragged down at about the 16-yard line, short of the first down.
Slaughter was looking to throw to number 7 on that with the individual matchup, looking to go to Jaquez Carter, his home run hitter, had single coverage into the boundary. Corner just dropped out. Wasn't able to step on his toes and get behind him. Slaughter does a smart thing and checking the ball down, knowing full well he's in 4-down territory. Pick up some yardage, go 3rd and short, work some clock in the meantime.
3rd and 2. They're in the red zone at the 17-yard line. It was a direct snap. Was that to Lennox?
Number 25, Xavier Owens.
Nope, it was to Xavier Owens. The sophomore took the snap and tried to get the first down, but I think he's just a little bit short. I see Slaughter coming back on with Lennox. And so it's 4th and less than a yard. 1:46 to go here in the second quarter. 14-6 Tigers, trying to take advantage of a fumble recovery. They have it on the 16-yard line. A flag comes out, and a false start against the Tigers. They were trying to draw the Hornets offside.
Dead ball. False start on the offense, number 13. 5 yards from the original spot, 4th down.
You get Vito McConnell on that call. Didn't see if he moved from his tight end position, but we talked about the penalties that really hurt Massillon in key situations, and going from 4th and 1 to 4th and 6, making this offense work way too hard. So got to clean these small things up. I mean, these penalties
they add up,
keep
Jim.
adding up in a hurry.
Yeah. 14-6, so now it's 4th down and 6, and I believe we've got another timeout. Timeout taken by the Tigers.
Massillon, their second of the first half.
All right, we'll take one as well. Waning moments of the first half. Tigers leading. We'll be back.
For over 60 years, Friends and Family Credit Union has proudly served Stark County. We provide financial services to anyone who lives, works, worships, or attends school in Stark County. Whether it's a loan, savings, checking, or other financial services, now more than ever, it's time to bring a friend into the family. Come visit any of our 3 locations, online or our mobile app. Our focus is always you, the member.
The earth beneath my feet is turning like a wheel.
Your first set of wheels didn't come with complications, or strings, or hassles. It can be that way again. There's a simpler way to buy tires at Tire Pros.
We're hassle-free, guaranteed.
All right, so the situation is a 4th down and 6 for Massillon.
Let me correct myself. It was number 13 Logan Allman with the illegal procedure, not number 3, Vito McConnell.
So I think now a timeout has been taken by the Hornets.
Little chess match going on. You show me yours, I'll show you mine. We go back to the huddle. They're going to come out with something different.
Hey, Jim, I haven't had a chance to ask you your thoughts on the way the World Series played out. The Dodgers take home the title.
Down 5-0, no flinch. Freddie Freeman, unbelievable in that series.
Yeah, took away the MVP trophy.
I mean, set the tempo in game 1 with a walk-off granny, Kirk Gibson style, right center, almost the exact same spot.
It was a great series. Dodgers had their parade today, their first since 1988.
Job that, was it Manny Mota? Dodgers manager?
Tommy Lasorda.
No, I mean now. So, I want to say Mota.
Dave Roberts, right?
Right, Dave Roberts. Anyways, phenomenal job, the way that he managed the bullpen. And it's so, you know, the way that we grew up on baseball was, you know, you got your starter. He's going to go as long as he can. You're going to maybe bring in a middle reliever, but one way or another, we got to get to the closer. Well, he would pitch, you know, his starter 2 innings, and then he would, you know, utilize his bullpen with 3, 4, 5 guys. And I mean, the job that they did not only in the World Series, but in the divisional series and the NLC Championship, I mean, it was awesome to see. Great baseball. The thing that I love the most about the way that playoff baseball is now, or baseball in general, is they got the pitch clock. So now the game plays so much faster, it keeps you involved. I think it's more exciting. But yeah, that was a fun one to watch.
Definitely had an impact on the game. There's no question about that. Well, this is a long break here, and the officials are conferring. And I'm not really sure what's happening here. Any speculation?
I'm a little unclear.
They might be working on some of the electronic or communications equipment with the officials crew. But we'll sneak out here for 30 while they iron it all out. 4th down play coming up for the Tigers. Stay with us. More to come after this.
How mom plus home appliance plus Maytag dependability equals one legendary apple pie. It begins with the finest ingredients kept Maytag fresh. Then, Maytag's precise baking means the flakiest, tastiest crust ever. Finally, her ultra-quiet Maytag dishwasher makes cleanup ultra easy. Mom, apple pie, and Maytag. Dependably yours at Home Appliance.
Today, small and mid-sized businesses need advanced technology. With hosted voice from MCTV, your small business can afford the advanced features of a big business phone system, like auto attendant, web-based management controls, and voicemail. MCTV's reliable connection to our state-of-the-art cloud technology keeps you in touch with customers and information wherever you are. Learn how affordable this innovative phone solution can be for your small business. Contact MCTV Business Pro today.
Well, whatever the issue was, it looks like they might have it ironed out. Again, they do also keep the time on the field. And so they might have been having some trouble with that.
Because the tight end is allowed to reset on the deep offensive line.
And we will have 4th and 1.
So they pick up the flag, and the conversation was, I guess, just trying to get the call right. And so no false start against Logan Allman. And that leaves it at 4th down and 1 for the Tigers. They need to get to the 16. The ball is on the 17.
Just curious if they decided to make that decision or talk about that after the first timeout was taken or the second timeout was taken.
Still has 1 timeout left.
Well, there we have it. I appreciate them cleaning that up. And right on cue.
Peyton Mitchell is in the backfield with Lennox. Slaughter at quarterback. Zimmerman is on the right side of the formation. And now the play clock is at 0.
They're going to reset that.
And so they never reset it. I didn't notice, but it was counting down.
Please reset the play clock. 25 seconds.
I was going to say that would have been an awful quick delay of game penalty when he was just explaining what the non-penalty was with Logan Allman.
They give it to Lennox. He breaks through the line to the 10, to the 5, and into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers, Mylon Lennox. A 16-yard run, and it's 20-6. Massillon, Washington. 1:27 to go before halftime.
Great hole by the right side of that offensive line. We're talking about Chris Fair, Marcus Garner Jr., center Andrew Brumfield with a nice reach block. Nice space, and Mylon Lennox doesn't need a lot of space to get through with his quickness and ability to break tackles. Kept his jersey dirty, was untouched, went straight to the end zone, and a big touchdown for Massillon before half.
PAT kick, perfect by Mateo Herrera. That extends the score to 21-6. Mylon Lennox with his 5th touchdown run of the season. We'll take a timeout here. 1:27 to go in the second quarter. Hornets ball next on MCTV.
Hello, it's Craig Sanders from Progressive Chevrolet in Massillon. Listen to this Progressive Power Buy.
This month only, buy a new 2024 Chevy Silverado 1500 LT Trail Boss 4x4. Save $10,000 off MSRP. We are way overstocked, and that means more savings for you. Don't miss your chance to get $10,000 off a new Silverado 4x4.
Shop Progressive Chevrolet in Massillon and ProgressiveChevrolet.com.
Well, we appreciate all of our great sponsorship for our broadcast tonight. Playoff opener, Tigers playing well, 21-6. They take advantage of the fumble recovery and the short field, and they tack on an all-important 7 points here before the end of the half. This will be errors, bobbling and fumbling the kickoff. Then he scoops it up. It pays the price as the Gunners got down there, and they wipe him out at about the 11. My goodness.
Was number 49, Kayvon Sankey, 5'9", 200-pound sophomore, laying the hammer. Almost caused a fumble.
Well, if you're errors, you've got to corral that and secure it. It is a live ball down there, so it wasn't as if he could just let it go. And well, that has plagued Licking Heights tonight, Jay. They just have not been sure-handed with the ball. Lopinto running in between the tackles.
Mylon Lennox coming again from the backside with another tackle for loss.
That is his specialty. We saw it all last week against McKinley.
All year. Heck of a player.
I believe there's a Licking Heights Hornet who's hurting over on the far sideline by the 21-yard line. So their staff will take a look at that player. 21-6 Massillon, so we've got an injury timeout. We'll step away as well and continue our coverage after this timeout.
So, I like honey barbecue, you like honey barbecue. I like football, I think you like football. We're like the brothers we never had.
No, I have a brother.
But does he have time for you?
I guess he doesn't.
Yeah, because I feel like he'd be here if he did. So, I like honey barbecue, you like honey barbecue. I like football, I think you like football. We're like the brothers we never had.
No, I have a brother.
But does he have time for you?
I guess he doesn't.
Yeah, because I feel like he'd be here if he did.
Hornets ready to continue this drive, which is starting deep in their own territory at the 11. It's 2nd down and 10. Playoff opener, Massillon 8-2. Licking Heights 4-6. Massillon's 2 losses came against out-of-state opponents. Lopinto hits the pile, and he's knocked down. They say he was down. The ball came loose. Boy, how often do you hear coaches talk about ball security? That has just been a problem all night.
Again, it was number 5, Mylon Lennox, not the keep talking about it, but man, when he's making every single play, the only thing you can talk about is number 5 off the edge. It's like another tackle for loss or a no gain. Massillon electing not to take their final timeout.
Down to 17 seconds now. It is 3rd down and 10 and a whistle. And now Massillon will take a timeout with 14 seconds left. That's their final of the half. Well, once again, tonight's television broadcast of Massillon Tigers football is brought to you by our WHS-TV crew, together with our friends at MC-TV, where they go the extra mile. Our presentation being produced by the students of WHS-TV, the Media Arts Department at Massillon Washington High School. Tonight's student crew includes Lana Fisher, Braden Jadell, Alicia Stutzman, and Sebastian Thompson, all doing great work on cameras. Show producers tonight, Mr. DeWall, Mr. Rock, Mr. Farrell. You can watch the rebroadcast of tonight's game on WHS-TV cable channel on MC-TV, channel 611 and 11, and on the WHS-TV YouTube channel with the handle WHS-TVOhio. Right now, the Tigers have put together a pretty good first half, 21-6. Carter, Mitchell, and Lennox, the touchdown scorers. And there's a tap down for the final play of the half. All right, Jim, final thoughts as the players head to the locker rooms on what you've seen the first 24 minutes.
Pretty good half for the Massillon Tigers. Again, clean up some of those penalties that got them behind the chains. They were able to overcome quite a bit of it, but they're making it too hard on themselves. They're starting to run the ball a little bit better with Gamble. Slaughter played well in the first half. Held Licking Heights basically to one drive the whole half. They got to set the tempo in the second half, just as they did in the first half, and they should be fine.
All right, 21-6 your score. Massillon leading it here in the playoff opener at Paul Brown Tigers Stadium. We'll take this time out. Band performances will keep you entertained when we return in just a moment. You're watching Tigers football on MC-TV.
Doring Vision Center is a primary care optometry clinic located in downtown Massillon. We have an optical department with a wide variety of eyeglass frames. From budget packages to designer brands, we have it all. Doring Vision Center uses the latest technology and fit all types of contact lenses. We treat eye disease conditions and will take emergency eye visits. Most insurances are accepted and same-day appointments may be available. Doring Vision Center. See our offices in Massillon or New Philadelphia.
Medicap Pharmacy on Lincoln Way West has been serving our area for over 20 years. They're your local pharmacy that cares about you and your time.
I can get them filled from 5 to 10 minutes. If I go to a chain drugstore, I may have to wait a half hour to an hour.
Probably the best pharmacist in the city.
Hi, I'm Chris Kingsbury, owner and pharmacist at Medicap Pharmacy. Stop in sometime soon and you can experience our fast and friendly service.
Hello, and welcome to the Stark County Humane Society. Today we're going to give you a few pointers when considering adopting a new furry friend. All animals here at the Stark County Humane Society are spayed, neutered, microchipped, vaccinated, dewormed, and if old enough, heartworm tested for our canine friends. Adopters will receive a free exam within 2 weeks of adoption at local veterinarian hospitals. We encourage all adopters to take full advantage of this. A one-time adoption fee is required for your new furry friend. When you adopt, you get an awesome adoption packet that includes treats for your new fur baby and savings for you. But this is not where the cost of adoption stops. Did you know the average cost of an animal like a new puppy or kitten can cost up to $500 annually? This includes annual veterinarian visits, preventative care, and everyday supplies like crate, litter, food, toys. But I hope this doesn't scare you away. Adopting an animal is a huge responsibility and a commitment. Please take the time to consider the cost of adopting a new pet into your family today. I hope to see you soon at the Stark County Humane Society. Please visit our website or visit us on social media for more information.
My name is Jaden Wilson, and you're watching Massillon Tiger football only on WHS-TV.
The eye of the tiger.
Please welcome the award-winning Licking Heights Marching Band to the field. As a competitive marching band, the Licking Heights Marching Band had a busy fall, participating in numerous competitions across the state. The band earned many overall awards, and the color guard was undefeated for the second year in a row. Last Saturday, the marching band completed their competition season by performing at OMEA State Marching Band Finals. Tonight, we are excited to perform some of our favorite stand tunes, including Long Train Running, Head Chop, and Louie Louie. Put your hands together for Field Commander Zach Fight and the Licking Heights Marching Band. once again, the Licking Heights Marching Band. And now, it's showtime. Under the direction of Jason Neal, assisted by Jen Smith-Eisel, Chris Nussbaum, Katie Canavina, Emily Butts, and Carla Martin. Led onto the field by drum major Jay Hannon and Obi the Tiger, Adriana Kennedy. This is the 2024 edition of the Massillon Tiger Swing Band. With a Massillon tradition since 1938, fanfare, tiger rag, and carry on. The Tiger Swing Band takes you on another trip to Broadway. Swing style. We open with a song that features our drum major, Jay Hannon, enjoying the classic from Broadway of yesteryear. Hey, Big Spender! continue our salute to Broadway of the past, we now feature our percussion section to the classic song, The Joint is Jumpin'. Chicago, featuring the dancing talents of our front rank. We hope you all enjoy All That Jazz.
The Boys and Girls Club of Massillon has been at the forefront of youth development, instilling a sense of competence, usefulness, belonging, and influence. The greatest contributions to the lives of our youth, our communities, our nation, and the world are the life lessons taught every moment of every hour of every club day. The youth of today become the leaders of tomorrow. Great futures start here.
Most of us are engaged with the internet in one way or another every day. A fast, secure connection matters. It keeps us entertained, informed, engaged. MCTV cares about keeping you engaged, no matter what's thrown your way. Need an upgrade? Choose from a range of reliable options, including whole home Wi-Fi. MCTV. We go the extra smile.
Welcome back, my friends. Welcome back to Paul Brown Tiger Stadium and our coverage of the 2024 playoff opener. The Tigers are leading the Licking Heights Hornets by a score of 21-6. Jim, we've got some of the stats here as the players start to filter back out for their warm-ups for the second half, but I think the total offense says it all. 187 yards on 36 plays for Massillon. 16 plays, only 42 yards for Licking Heights. Massillon dominated the yardage and the time of possession.
Yeah, they certainly did, and Licking Heights has put the ball on the carpet 3 times while only losing 1. Massillon did throw an interception that did lead to 7 points for Licking Heights. Other than that, for Jalen Slaughter, man, has he been good in the first half. 12 for 15, Dave, 117 yards and a touchdown. A key check down to Jameer Gamble on 4th and 12 that allowed them to go in and score that 3rd touchdown before half, which is a huge momentum builder. Jameer Gamble came back in the ball game. It was scary when he went down. Weren't sure, if his services were going to be able to, if he was going to be able to play in the second half. He had Mylan Lennox, who chipped in and did a nice job. He had 4 carries for 34 yards, and Peyton Mitchell got a couple totes, and he ended up putting the ball in the end zone, 2 for 10. As far as in the pass game receiving, Braylon Tolles 4 for 18. Jameer Gamble, again, with the check downs out of the backfield, 3 for 30. Jaquez Carter 1 for 33. Ricardo Wells Jr. 3 for 27. Pretty good job of spreading the ball around by Jalen Slaughter, and Massillon's defense has played outstanding. Mylan Lennox,
just a reminder that Paul
4 total tackles, a sack, 2 tackles for loss. Hackenbrack with 3. As far as Licking Heights goes, I mean, they just need to try and figure something out on offense. As you said, Dave, starting off with the snap. They need to get the snap count, in sync. They need to get the mesh point, the timing of the mesh with catching the ball. If the ball's too low or too high, the handoffs have been a little bit off. And when you're playing a defense like Massillon with all that team speed, it doesn't take much for them to be able to run you down, as we've seen. Shackelberg played pretty well overall. Not too bad, 4 for 6, 43 yards. Was that deep slant pass on it for a touchdown. And that was after the great call on 4th and 1 where he sold out. Massillon's defense sold out on the run. He was able to take the ball around the right side to put him into the red zone, and then the next play they took the ball in. But other than that, they really haven't done too much. Defensively, the star for Licking Heights has been Robert Talbert. He's had 4 total tackles, 2 sacks, and 3 tackles for loss. Licking Heights will get the ball to start the second half. Let's see if they can start with some momentum and see if they can make this a ball game.
Jameer Gamble, Jim, now up to 28 catches on the year. He gets most of his publicity, and rightly so, as a terrific and talented running back, but such a great receiving option, and once he gets the ball in his hands, he becomes a running back again.
All that does is just make him more recruitable. And, I can do more than just, take the snap or take the handoff from a quarterback. I mean, he's done a pretty good job at pass protection tonight. He does a great job of leaking out of the backfield. He's so twitchy in space. It's tough for guys to come up, from a corner or safety position and break down and be fundamentally sound and bring him down. If you got a lot of space, he's going to make you miss or run you over. And he's been able to do that all year long.
Well, as Jim alluded to, the Hornets won the coin toss and deferred to the second half, so they will get the ball first and a chance to cut into this deficit. It's a 3 versus 14, and they have come in at 4-6, Jim, and despite the setbacks and maybe some nerves, they have competed with the Tigers, and if not for that fumble, which set up Massillon's 3rd and final touchdown of the half, we would be looking at a 1-score game.
We certainly would. That's a great point. And as I said, they got to come out with some kind of momentum, get a first down early in this half to see if they can string a drive together and cut into this lead. If if they end up going 3 and out here, or they end up, with a real short drive, I'd look for Massillon to keep the pedal down and to stay aggressive offensively. They've really done a great job with the play-action game. We saw Jalen Slaughter on his first touchdown pass to Carter over the top on a nice play action, pulled the safety down, and if they want to sell out on the run, Slaughter's shown the ability to throw the ball over the top and to take what the defense has given them as well.
Sibby Ogunlei is back with Josiah Ayers. And we are ready to go. Nolan Hendricks ready to get third quarter play-by-play underway. We're glad you're with us tonight for the playoff opener here at Paul Brown Tiger Stadium. And this one will make it into the end zone barely. And that will be a touchback. No return. Here come the Hornets out, coached by Austin Dreyer. And their quarterback, J.J. Shackelford, at least he played the entire first half. They do have Grady Stevens as well as a backup quarterback. And we'll see who they send out here to go up against the vaunted Tiger defense. This is Shackelford, who is in there at quarterback. He's got a 3-receiver set. LaPinto blocking, pocket stays clean. There goes a long ball downfield for Ayers. He makes the catch, breaks a tackle. He's into Massillon territory. They run him down at about the 24-yard line.
Aggressive play call to start the half. Deep post down the middle. Shackelford does a great job, threw everything he had into that throw. Nice job. Wide receiver was able to beat number 6 for Massillon. That was Dalen Pringle on the deep post, and don't look now, but Licking Heights is almost in the red zone with some confidence.
A 56-yard completion. Shackelford sees the blitz coming, throws a pass, caught. It's going to go for a loss of about 2 yards. Mike Wright was there to bring down the ball carrier. I believe that was caught by Jaden Edwards, the senior wide receiver, his 9th catch of the year, first of the night. 2nd down and 12 now.
It was an outstanding play by the strong safety, number 27, Trayon Williams, recognizing that screen pass, screaming down through the alley. Williams, a 5'10", 190-pound junior with a big tackle. Otherwise, that play had big play possibilities.
Shackelford feels the pressure, and he gets rid of the football. It's incomplete. And the Tigers were coming in hot. Lennox was right in his grill.
See number 13, Vito McConnell, blitzing. But the thing I like about Shackelford, realizing that clock's going off. Mylan Lennox bringing the heat and the quarterback pressure, does a nice job of understanding we still got 3rd and 4th down, throws the ball away. Otherwise, they go 3rd and 15 or 16. Those chances go way down to try and pick up a first down.
Looking at a 3rd and 12 now from the 26. Shackelford back to throw, gets rid of it, but he overshoots his target. Boy, he got rid of the ball very quickly.
Reese Powell was the intended target.
Reese Powell, the senior, was the intended target, number 6.
Saw that Mack truck with the license plate 4-5 on it coming through that A gap. He thought better about holding on to the ball. I thought he got rid of it a little bit too quick too, but then when you see the replay, you could see big Mike Wright coming through the gap between the center and the right guard.
Self-preservation instinct kicked in. 4th down, they go for it. Shackelford on the run, and he's in trouble, and he will be forced out of bounds over on the far side of the field by Lucas Schertzer. And Massillon will take over on down. So they give up the 56-yard pass play, but then they hold and get the ball back. Their first possession of the 3rd quarter, still in front, 21-6.
I like the fast start with the deep ball, staying aggressive. Start the second half, but give Massillon some credit with bending and not breaking, not getting rattled by the deep throw.
They kept the pressure on Shackelford and forced some quick passes and incompletions. Here's Slaughter. Handoff to Jameer Gamble. Plows his way close to the 30-yard line. Pickup of about 5 for Jameer.
Just a power run. Good block by big number 61, Nolan Davenport. Carve a lineman up out of stone. That's the kind of body you want to carve it into. 6'6", 290. Used to play tight end. Spent a lot of Sundays with me at Ballard Quarterback Academy coming out catching balls, and it's really helped him with his feet at the left tackle position.
That's Tolles in motion. Slaughter looking downfield. Zimmerman breaks into the open and tries to reach back. Could not get it before it hit the turf.
Pass is incomplete and intended for number 4, D'Angelo Zimmerman.
It's a throw that Slaughter would like to have back.
3rd and 6 for the Tigers from their own 29.
Just a little bit short. 3rd down, 6 to go from the 29-yard line for the Tigers, leading 21-6 here in third quarter action. Massillon trying to move on and play the winner of Westerville South and Canal Winchester. That game going on right now.
Soft coverage on the outside. Look for Massillon to pound the ball into the flat.
4 receiver set. Slaughter fires a pass. Braylon Tolles has it. I think he has the first down. They will move the sticks. He got to the 36. And that should be good for a first down. They'll move it.
Outstanding pass pro. You can see in the right corner of your screen by number 21, Gamble. Jalen stepping up underneath, had a shallow cross by Tolles. Just enough for the first down.
Slaughter really has been picking this defense apart. Now Tolles hit right as he caught the ball. He was absolutely flattened over there.
That's complete to Braylon Tolles, number 1.
Oof. I believe that might have been Jaden Powell, the corner.
Tell you what, if I'm number 11, Ricardo Wells, I walk over and give my boy Tolles a hug, man. He was supposed to block the corner. It was kind of like, oh, before he knew it, he was eating his boy up, driving him into the ground. Tolles was going to go out for a play. Had to get his bell rung. But Wells from the slot position, when you're going to run that smoke screen, Dave, you got to block the corner as the outside receiver comes to the inside. Wells didn't, and he had a free run at Tolles.
Jaden Powell, just a sophomore, his 31st tackle. 2nd down and 13. Gamble up the middle he goes.
Number 21, Jameer Gamble with the carry up the middle for the Tigers.
Maybe to the original line of scrimmage. It's going to be a long 3rd down. 3rd and about 8 to go for Massillon. On the season, Tigers converted 3rd downs 36% of the time. Massillon entered this game +7 in the turnover department. Slaughter to Gamble out of the backfield, 35 to the outside 40. Got a flag coming in.
Pass complete to number 21, Jameer Gamble.
So well short of the first down, but we'll let them sort out the penalty here.
Flag is down.
Another check down into the flat.
On the offense, number 23, spot foul, 10 yards from the spot, 3rd down.
I don't know if I would, I think I'd probably decline that. Massillon on their own side of the 50, up 21-6. Force 4th down, make them punt, but they're going to back them up and give them an opportunity. I'm not sure about this call.
3rd down and 16. Rather than decline it, it would have been 4th and about 7.
Just let them punt.
Here's Slaughter. And he thought about loading up here. Everybody covered downfield. Now he slings it, and Tolles makes the catch for first down yardage. Caught inbounds at the Licking Heights 46, and now they're saying it's no catch. We might be able to see it again on our replay.
I think he stepped out. I think this is a good call. You're going to see him backpedal, and I think you're going to see him step on the sideline and then step back into the field of play. He cannot be the first player to touch the ball. Not sure if we'll be able to get a replay on that, but I think this is the correct call by the officials.
Talking it over, so It could be they feel he was out of bounds, came back in to catch it. So they will be looking at a 4th down at 16. Ball at the 24-yard line, and the Tigers will send Tyler Hackenbrack to punt. So it turned into a pretty nice throw by Slaughter, but no catch. And here's Ayers catching it at the 38. Heading back the other direction. Flag out. Ball came loose. Ayers got it back and is out of bounds as he crosses midfield, but I would say a block in the back is coming up, and got an injured Hornet out there.
Or a crackback. Hackenbrack kicking with a 2-iron. A low runner under the wind. Doesn't give their punt return team a lot of time to get underneath. You can see the crackback block right there coming on your screen. Easy call for the official.
All right, we've got an injury timeout. They're taking a look at the injured Hornet. We'll step aside for this break with Massillon leading Licking Heights 21-6. More in a moment on MCTV.
Serving our community since 1960, Buell and Oliveri Insurance is large enough to meet all of your insurance needs, yet small enough to know you personally. We take pride in having several insurance carriers, including Grange Insurance, that we can match you with to provide you the most complete coverage and the best rates. If you're tired of lower service and higher premiums, give Buell and Oliveri Insurance a call today and let our experienced agents and staff give you the professional attention you deserve.
(21-6). Massillon with the ball. They were forced to punt. Then we had the penalty. The injured player was Robert Talbert. He walked off and seems to be okay. They mark off the penalty yardage back to the 22, and that's where the Hornets will start. And here comes an all-out blitz. Shackelford got rid of the football.
That's got to be grounding. There's nobody in the area. There you go.
You had Logan Allman back there.
It's like Mike Wright's coming up limping.
Trying to see who else got back there with pressure. Vito McConnell was there with Allman. Wright walking back toward the huddle. He's limping badly. Intentional grounding against the Hornets.
Intentional grounding on the offense, number 8.
Right idea, just nobody in the area.
5 yards from the spot of the foul. 2nd down. Lost it down. 2nd down.
It's not one of those things, partner, like in the NFL, if you get outside the tackle box where you can just throw the ball away, at least if it's past the line of scrimmage. High school, you have to have a wide receiver in the area for it not to be intentional grounding, and in that case Shackelford did not. Officials were right on top of it, and they're going to get moved back inside their 5-yard line.
That's going to end up costing them about 17 yards.
And a loss of down.
So it's 2nd down. Ball's at the 5. They need to get to the 33. So a 2nd down and 28. Shackelford from his own end zone throws a pass to Josiah Ayers. He's thrown out of bounds by Lennox Lemon. 3rd down. A long 3rd down coming up from their own 7.
Good job by Lennox, not trying to throw him down, just throw him out of bounds. Clock will continue to run. Massillon playing a lot smarter football so far in the 2nd half. Haven't had any penalties so far. Ended up having 6 penalties for 36 yards.
We're under 7 to go now, 3rd quarter, Jim. So Massillon with a 21-6 lead. Shackelford from the goal line fires a pass to Jake Lopinto, and he is hit and dropped. That was Lucas Schertzer on the stop.
Number 5, Grady Stickens, the ball receiver there from.
So the Tigers get another big open field tackle and force a 4th down.
Man, that was textbook. Head in front, head above the waist, shoulders wrap. straight to the ground, drive him down. It's textbook right there. Big hit. And the crowd loves him.
So Jake LaPinto will punt from the end zone. The line of scrimmage is the 9. They come after him, but he does get the punt away. Caught by Hackenbrack, the 41-yard line. To the 30, a flag comes in. An 11-yard, 12-yard return. 5:55 on the clock. They'll sort out the penalty. Gartrell Bentley is our referee tonight making the announcements.
Looks like it's going to be a hold on 0 Lemon Lennox.
Tackle for the Hornets. Flag is down.
That's the only
holding on the return team, number 27, 10 yards from the spot of the foul. First down.
Massillon almost blocked that, only rushing 4. They were trying to lay off the punter because they knew they were in a good field position, and the last thing you want to do is hold on that. And Massillon, as soon as I start talking about Massillon being better at penalties and not shooting themselves in the foot, this one only blew off a toe or two because they're still on this side of the 50, but still going to make it a little bit harder to put the ball into the end zone, giving up, what, about 15 yards of field position?
So it's back to the 42-yard line. And here come the Tigers. They put 21 points on the board tonight. Jaquez Carter, Peyton Mitchell, Mylan Lennox have scored touchdowns. 2 on the ground, 1 through the air. Slaughter has been excellent. He's got all day to throw. There goes the long ball downfield, and it is broken up. Almost intercepted. Carter was the intended receiver.
They're running a post and an over in the backside corner. Just reading Jalen's eyes. It's like they had Carter coming out of the back gate from right to left. Once Jalen moved his eyes, safety's just too deep for them to get over top. You want to work the ball into the seams, maybe squaring.
There's Gamble through traffic, weaving to the 30. Still on his feet, 25. Hit from behind and tackled hard at the 20. About a 22-yard run for Jameer Gamble. First down, Tigers.
Nice job by the right side of the offensive line. You can see the holes that were opened up there. Big play for Jameer Gamble. Longest run on the night for him.
Jaden Powell ran him down from behind to stop him from taking it to the house. They'll give it to Jameer again, looking for a hole to open. Dives to about the 19.
Gamble gets the carry.
Hard-earned 1 yard. Tigers are in the red zone.
Number 6, Reese Powell, and number 33, Garrett Byer.
It's a pretty good team defense.
Tackle for the Hornets brings up 2nd and 9 for the Tigers.
Lions get set. Slaughter looking over to the sideline. Senior with Gamble on his left.
They put in 6'3" wideout right here.
That's caught by Giorgio Jackson just into the ball game. They hit him right away. And he is knocked out of bounds at about the 12, or is that the 13? 12-yard line.
Giorgio Jackson, impressive box checking wide receiver. Dave, 6'3", 170, only a sophomore. Figures to be big in next year's lineup, but getting some reps this year, which will be invaluable for him. Big-bodied wideout.
Saw him catch a touchdown pass earlier this year. There's Lennox to the outside. Turns on the speed. Cuts in at the hash mark and gets close to the 7-yard line. That is good for a first down. It'll be 1st and goal from the 7 for the Massillon Tigers.
Good lead block by number 32, Peyton Mitchell. Cave in the end, and Mylan Lennox doing a good job of bouncing that to the outside.
It'll be Lennox again working in the middle and gets hit and dropped. Ball was ripped out, but I believe they say Mylan's forward progress was stopped.
Wow. Nolan Davenport just went Michael Orr. You see it right in the middle of the screen, driving him into the back of the end zone by the goalpost. Took him straight to IHOP for a big plate full of pancakes.
You know, I was thinking back to that touchdown that Giorgio Jackson caught. I believe that might have been against Football North. I think it was Manny Patterson who threw the fade route to the back corner.
Left corner, yeah.
Beautiful
scoreboard.
Beautiful catch. Trying to finish off the drive. It's Gamble. Dives for the goal line. He's down at the 1. Got a 7-yard run. They got him just before he broke the plane. Jay Muir thought he was in. They're setting off the fireworks, but the officials, now they're saying it's a touchdown.
Weren't sure if his knee went down or he landed on a player and bounced in, but
well, a late call by the linesman who comes in and sort of overrules everyone and says he got in, so that's an 8-yard touchdown run.
Looks like it kind of landed on top and rolled in. Wasn't sure if the knee went down.
That will be a touchdown for Gamble, his first of the playoffs. Herrera is out. Here is the kick. And it is up and good, and that makes it a 28-6 lead for the Massillon Tigers with 2:54 to go here in quarter number 3. We'll take a timeout. Hornets ball when we proceed with more third quarter play-by-play after this timeout on MCTV.
A strong community brings people together and lifts them through all of life's challenges. At Friends and Family Credit Union, we believe a dependable financial resource is crucial for a strong community. That's why, in addition to our financial services, we support our neighbors whenever we can. Giving back to our community, we strive to be a part of the growth and success of our institutions, organizations, and neighbors. Because when they succeed, we succeed.
Nolan Hendricks, number 90, to kick off for the Tigers.
You see the Tigers extending the lead to 28-6, under 3 to go here in the third quarter. Jameer Gamble finishes off the drive with an 8-yard touchdown. That one will bounce into the end zone for a touchback. So there was a little consternation on the crew as to whether Gamble made it in. Jameer was immediately lobbying for the touchdown, of course. And it wasn't until the head linesman came in and threw his hands up, kind of like an Australian rules football.
Oh, that's one gun or two guns. I love watching me some Aussie, man. Don't get me started on my Magpies, man. Love watching that stuff. What was that word?
Set up shop, 1st and 10 on their own 40.
See it right here as he comes. He got cut down, and then I thought they ruled him down.
Good contact.
Yeah, close.
Did he roll in? Did he not roll in?
1st and 10 for the Hornets. 28-6 Tigers as they're cruising here at home in round 1 of the playoffs. Man is open. Caught at the 32-yard line. Good for a first down for the Hornets. They keep coming up with plays.
Nice job by Shackelford off the play action pass. It's going to be the wheel route after the jet sweep fake down the left sideline. Corner forgot about him, squeezed in with the post. That was Lemon. Shackelford doing a good job of moving his eyes back to the outside after the post was covered.
Jaden Edwards made the catch. 17-yarder. 1st and 10 to the 37-yard line for Licking Heights. Shackelford getting rid of the ball. Receiver hit as the ball arrives. Incomplete. Lennox Lemon timed that perfectly.
If he wouldn't have hesitated, he would have undercut that. That would have been a touchdown. You can see him hesitate in that replay just a little bit. If he would have drove that, that would have been a pick 6 and a running clock.
He had a pick 6 earlier this year.
He was out a couple games, which really hurt them. Early in the season, he had that ankle issue. It's good to see him back full strength, 100%. One of their best lockdown corners is rangy, long.
Shackelford with the pressure coming again. Fires the pass downfield again. Lemon there defensively.
Pass is incomplete.
Well, they throw the hitch, they throw the hitch. Then they throw the hitch and go, and Lemon's right on it. Did a good job of looking back. Ball uncatchable. I think that's a good call, keeping that flag in the pocket.
Reese Powell was the intended receiver, so that makes it 3rd down. and 10 to go. Back-to-back incompletions. 2:36 to go, third quarter. Opening week of the playoffs around the state in all 7 divisions. Shackelford in trouble. Somehow slips through a hole in the pressure. Has the first down. Midfield, gets into Massillon territory to the 47-yard line, a 16-yard run.
Shackelford doing a nice job of staying up in the pocket, getting skinny and elusive. Showed good speed tonight. This is second chunk play on a big run. You can see him get landed on there. Looks like he's a little dinged up, but a heck of a play to extend this drive for Shackelford.
Well, they come out to take a look at Justin Shackelford. They're helping him up. Again, they have had injury problems the entire season in the quarterback room, and he's trying to jog off, but he might have to come out for a play here.
Shackelford listed at 155 pounds. That might be with equipment on.
Grady Stevens, the senior, will come in. 13 of 30 on the year, 252 yards and 3 touchdowns. So Stevens, number 5, will pilot this team, at least on this particular play. First and 10 Hornets. They're 4-6 on the year. Down 28-6 after giving up a third quarter touchdown. Stevens to the air right away, looking for Reese Powell. It's incomplete. Dalen Pringle on the defensive coverage for the Tigers.
Nothing like coming in out of the bullpen, having to throw a deep ball right from Jump Street. Good coverage by Pringle.
Stevens will stay in. I see Shackelford over there, Jim. He's got his helmet off and he's trying to walk around. I think he intends on coming back in. Brady Stevens takes the snap, pistol formation, throws a pass, tipped around. It falls incomplete.
Pass is incomplete.
Stevens looking a little
24,
unsure of the read. It was just a quick hitch, and he took a couple extra steps and made that play a lot closer than it needed to be. Almost another interception by Massillon.
Hackenbrack there defensively. The intended target was Josiah Ayers, and I think Shackelford is coming back in now, Jim.
Can't throw the ball late to the flat. You're asking for disaster, especially against a team like Massillon, with whose corners are very quick.
Shackelford back in. Stevens will stay in as a tight end on the left side of the formation. Shackelford steps up, flag down, pass incomplete.
Pass is incomplete. Intended for number 4, Jaden Edwards. Flags are down.
Maxheimer was in, providing the pressure. And we've got an injured Tiger.
It's Hackenbrack down. He was pounding his fist into the turf. Not a good sign if you're Massillon Tigers. Quarterback of that defense.
We'll catch the penalty before we take a break here.
Pass interference on the defense, number 24. We also had an illegal low block on the offense, number 45. Those penalties offset. We'll repeat the third down.
All right, they're taking a look at Tyler Hackenbrack. Will step aside for this injury timeout. Tigers leading big, third quarter action in the 2024 first round playoff game.
Your first set of wheels didn't come with complications, or strings, or hassles. It can be that way again. There's a simpler way to buy tires. At Tire Pros.
We're hassle-free, guaranteed.
There you see Tyler Hackenbrack. He is not happy, but walking off under his own power. He does a little bit of everything for the Tigers, so they'll get a look at him over on the sideline. We saw Jameer Gamble come off pretty shaken up in the first half. He has been able to return. And so some more anxious moments for Tiger Nation with Hackenbrack now over on the sideline. 3rd down and 10 to go from the Massillon 47-yard line. Hornets with the ball, moving left to right. Shackelford. Pressure coming, throws it up for grabs. It is caught. It's behind the line to gain. Forward progress to the 40. That will leave him a couple of yards short. Reese Powell made the catch.
See Shackelford navigating the pocket, just turns and throws a floater to the flat. Lucky he didn't get that pick.
Amari Clemens there defensively. Now they hurry to the line on 4th and 3. Try and draw the Tigers off. Plenty of time on the play clock. Lopinto in the backfield with Shackelford. They're going for it on 4th down. There's the snap. Shackelford gets rid of the football. It was caught at about the 38, but they didn't get the first down. Reese Powell made the catch, but was immediately knocked out of bounds by Clemens, and they end up about a yard short, and the Tigers take over on downs.
They ran the whip route where you're trying to sell a shallow cross, but he never pushed vertical enough to get across to pick up the first down. First rule is, 4th and 3, you got to get to the chain. But it's just been one of those nights for Licking Heights and Massillon's defense swarming, doing a good job in the open field and making tackles and leaving them short. Wasn't able to turn around to advance the ball, so wherever he went out when Massillon pushed him out, left him a little short.
Slaughter on play action. He'll gun it downfield for Jacquez Carter, and pass interference coming up against Josiah Ayers.
See the shove in the back on the deep post. Again,
defensive pass interference, number 1.
Right there.
15 yards
arm,
from
right
previous
arm
spot.
Had him beat on the post.
Result of the
Safety
play,
came down with
first
the
down.
pass. Offensive coordinator Alex Wood staying aggressive, trying to hit another home run before the end of the 3rd quarter. If Massillon scores a touchdown here, they could decide to go for 2, Dave, and that would put us at a 30-point threshold, which would get this into a running clock situation.
They move it ahead to the 47-yard line in Hornets territory. There's Gamble. Outside the numbers, they grabbed him and got him down as he got to about the 38, maybe to the 37-yard line. That's close to a 10-yard run and a first down.
You can see a lot of these two-way players for Licking Heights starting to bend over a little bit, Dave, put the hands on the knees. This is a team, as you said, that doesn't have a lot of numbers, and guys are playing both ways and starting to get a little bit tired and a little bit beat up. The physicality of the way that Massillon plays.
Well, another injured Hornet. And we will step away for this timeout as they get some more of the training staff coming over to give some aid to that player. It's 28-6 Massillon. You're watching playoff football here on MCTV.
This is the world today. Live your life engaged. MCTV delivers innovative technology backed by superior customer service to keep you engaged with family and friends, school, fun, and the outside world. We provide reliable internet, home cable service, phone and home security that keep your life engaged, no matter what's thrown your way. MCTV, we go the extra smile.
Elijah Ferguson, the defensive end, was shaken up. He walked off under his own power. First down for the Tigers. 1:04 to go, 3rd quarter in the playoff opener for both teams. The number 3 seed Tigers cruising. It's Mitchell in motion, blocking for Gamble. Steps through the line into the second level, got to the 27-yard line before he is tackled.
It's number 6. Reese Powell coming down from a safety position. Massillon's offensive line imposing their will in the second half. Again, you're seeing a lot of these guys tired for Licking Heights, and Massillon not really playing anybody on both sides of the ball, with the exception of Mylan Lennox a little bit and big Michael Wright. This is a fresh offensive line.
That's Lennox. Nope, it's a play action. The throw to Tolles, in there for a touchdown. Beautiful play action fake by Jalen Slaughter. He throws a 28-yard dart to Braylon Tolles, who hauls it in for the touchdown. 34-6. Tigers with 19 seconds to go in the third quarter. Beautifully executed by the senior, Jalen Slaughter.
It's a really good move by Tolles, sticking that foot to the outside, kind of froze number 23, Jaden Powell, and no safety help over the top. Did a great job of keeping that post route skinny. Slaughter saw him, was able to deliver a strike for an easy walk-in touchdown.
They are thinking right along the same lines as you, Jim. They have the offense out there to go for 2 and try and push this margin to 30. Slaughter drops the snap, and then he has no chance. So the 2-point play misfires, and it's 34-6. That's what the Tigers will have to settle for, but boy, what a well-designed and well-executed play by the Tigers. 28-yard strike to Tolles, his 5th touchdown catch of the season. Slaughter has 2 TD passes tonight. He's up to 17 now on the campaign. 34 points on the board for the Tigers.
Tigers doing a little bit of everything tonight. Everybody seems to be chipping in. Jalen doing a good job of spreading the ball around. These big play wide receivers have been getting open, and this offensive line, as we keep saying, experienced up front, led by the senior Nolan Davenport, giving Jalen all kinds of time, in addition to Licking Heights just, you know, rushing 3, rushing 4, trying to drop into space, and they're not keeping their receivers in front of them when you know, and you should do that when you do only rush 3 or 4. And you know, Massillon's speed to go over the top and Jalen's ability to check the ball down as the linebackers get out. It's, you know, it's a pick your poison kind of thing. And then if they want to stack the box, or you want to stay soft, they'll just pound Jameer Gamble.
Hornets have been held to 16 rushing yards in the game. That one ends up going out of bounds right at the pylon. So another half a foot, it would have been a touchback. Instead, it's a out-of-bounds violation against the Tigers.
Illegal procedure on the kicking team. The ball will be placed on the 35-yard. First down.
I want to take him to Vegas because he's pretty good at picking. Should I pick it up? Should I not pick it up? Should I let it go out? I mean, when you think it's going to go out, it does. It's been real close for Massillon in that coffin corner, but Josiah Ayers has made good decisions, and they're going to get good field position here to start this drive.
Shackelford has been under duress the entire night. He missed a couple of plays after being shaken up earlier. He's back in. He guns it. Man open. Makes the catch. Another nice gain. That's Reese Powell. He outfought Damari Clemens for the ball all the way up to the 33. That's about a 32-yard pickup.
It's a nice play, keeping himself in between the quarterback and the defensive back, boxed him out.
All right, so that'll be the final play of the third quarter. It was a positive gainer for the Hornets. They get into Massillon territory. We'll have the all-important fourth quarter when we come back right around the corner. You're watching playoff football. Your score, the Tigers 34, the Hornets 6 on MCTV.
So you got a little trouble with your credit score. Well, here's a little tip so you won't anymore. Pick out your card, fill out a form. That's all you need to know, and off you'll go. Progressive Auto Group in Massillon. ProgressiveAutoGroup.com.
Find your credit amnesty at Progressive and get pre-qualified in less than 5 minutes. Get a fresh start today.
Progressive Auto Group in Massillon. ProgressiveAutoGroup.com.
It's football season. It's week 1.
Kelsey, what up?
I think I messed up, Hank. I don't think I can walk away from football.
Say less. I got you. Jason Daniel Kelsey, welcome back to football.
This is a Buffalo Wild Wings.
Exactly. Where you watch all the games while stuffing your face with, like, the greatest wings.
So good.
And all the beer.
There we go. Let's go.
See? B-Dubs is football.
It's football.
It's football. Let's go, Sports!
12 minutes on the clock as the Massillon Tigers try to get this playoff opener to the finish line. We'll go over some third quarter numbers as we get things going here. Shackelford in trouble, throws an incompleted pass. Lennox again providing some coverage in the backfield. Mike Wright was coming in hot as well. Consistent pressure on Shackelford. He's actually done a pretty commendable job tonight, Jim, getting rid of the football.
I mean, he's 12 for 19, under duress all night. Really hasn't been able to set his feet, throwing off his back foot, taking a lot of shots. You know, when you see him in the first quarter, you're kind of like, I don't know. But, I mean, this kid is a battler. I mean, he's played hard and made plays. And
he's running for his life this time. Tigers in hot pursuit. And Shackelford knows where he needs to go, and he gets out of bounds at the 30-yard line. So he picked up about 3 yards there on the scramble. Third down, 7 to go.
See Milo Lennox pursuing. He went inside the tackle, allowed Shackelford to get outside. Shackelford was looking down the field as long as he could, decided to take the ball out of bounds. Good decision. It was number 30, Braylon Gamble, younger brother of Jameer Gamble, running him out of bounds.
Third down play here. Shackelford got a nice block, rolls to the right, directing traffic. Everyone's covered downfield, and he'll go down all the way back at the 39-yard line.
Number 26, Lucas Schertzer. Number 13,
so Logan Allman was back there to get him down. Schertzer was there as well with double coverage. And that really was a coverage sack there, Jim, because everybody was covered downfield. He had nowhere to go with it.
Yeah, Schertzer did a good job of pursuing. Got to throw that ball away, though, to preserve third and 7, third and 8. Or 4th and 7, 4th and 8, excuse me.
They will take a timeout. Hornets take a timeout here. It's 4th down.
Timeout, Licking Heights, their first of the second half.
4th down and 13 with the score 34-6. The Tigers leading big. Again, assuming the score holds here, Massillon would be at home next week against the winner of Westerville South and Canal Winchester. Canal Winchester, the upper seed, number 6, 7-3.
Looks like that game went final, Dave. Canal Winchester with a 17-7 win over Westerville South.
All right, so that gives you the potential matchup for next week right here.
Kent McKinley rebounding over after that tough loss to Massillon last week. McKinley skidded into the playoffs with a 2-game losing streak, lost to Massillon Jackson, another one of the high schools in this local area, of course, along with Massillon Perry. I know nobody calls it Massillon, but, you know, 3 Massillon schools. You have TIG, you have Perry, and you have the other one. Perry, Massillon, and Jackson, excuse me.
Yeah.
But all 3 of those teams are going to look to win tonight, so Massillon's going to go 3-0 tonight as far as the city goes, and everybody will have a second-round playoff game next week. Good to see.
Here's 4th down. They go for it. And there goes a high spiral. Far side of the field is almost intercepted by Trayon Williams, but it's incomplete. And Massillon will take over. 1st and 10 from the 37-yard line.
Shackelford just throwing it up, trying to give his guy a chance to make a play. And speaking of Hail Marys, how about the guy from the Commanders? Or when?
Oh, boy, that was tough.
Who was it that they played when the player was talking to the Commanders fans, and the fans are pointing at him like, hey, man, the play's going on. The Bears. And then, you know, he's the one who ends up tipping it back, and Jaden Daniels was a hero.
Unbelievable.
Karma, man. It's funny how things always seem to work out like that. You taunt a crowd in that situation, and you know, Jaden Daniels threw that ball about 65 in the air.
Gamble on the run, 50. Into Licking Heights territory, streaking down the sideline. He goes all the way for a touchdown. That will be 64 yards for Jameer Gamble. 40-6 Massillon. He just hit the accelerator.
Great cutback, the left side of the line. Goodness, you could see all three, the center, the guard, and the tackle. That was Brumfield, Looney, and Davenport just collapsing it. Gamble doing a great job of cutting back to the outside. A good block down the sideline by the wide receiver to spring that for a long run and a running clock. That puts Jameer Gamble up over 150 yards. And this is a guy that we weren't sure was going to come back into the ball game.
Kick is up and good by Mateo Herrera. Jameer Gamble has made a specialty of these long touchdown runs. We'll take a timeout here. 41-6. The Massillon Tigers cruising along here at home. Hornets ball when we come back after this timeout.
Doring Vision Center is a primary care optometry clinic located in downtown Massillon. We have an optical department with a wide variety of eyeglass frames. From budget packages to designer brands, we have it all. Doring Vision Center uses the latest technology and fit all types of contact lenses. We treat eye disease conditions and will take emergency eye visits. Most insurances are accepted and same-day appointments may be available. Doring Vision Center. See our offices in Massillon or New Philadelphia.
The Jameer Gamble 64-yard touchdown run, a thing of beauty. As he weaved through traffic and then just used the speed to outrun the defense. His second touchdown of this playoff game. He's up to 18 on the year. Here comes the kick. And with 9:53 to go, we do get into the running clock situation here as Licking Heights will take over on the kickoff.
Number 1, Josiah Ayers with the special teams return.
Ayers knocked down at about the 12-yard line.
Should see some wholesale exchanges for this Massillon Tiger team, for these fans. Get some new guys in. Guys that usually might not play a lot are going to get, you know, some minutes and some good reps.
Now, one thing still on everybody's mind is the condition of Tyler Hackenbrack, who came off under his own power but injured and has not come back, and I don't spy him on the sideline right now. Jim, that doesn't mean he's not down there somewhere, but I'm sure his night is over. Hopefully he'll be back for round 2. Shackelford to Lapinto, who has been a very dependable running back this year, came into tonight's game with 634 yards and 13 touchdowns, but they just have not been able to get any kind of rushing attack going tonight against that very active defensive front of the Tigers.
No, they've been everything that they've been. I mean, they're as good as advertised. They had a great game last week. I mean, they've only given up 6 points in the last 6 quarters. You know, McKinley didn't score in the second half, and Licking Heights has only scored 6 this game.
Shackelford to throw. That pass is cradled in near the 20-yard line. Still well short of the first down. About 3rd down and 7. Yeah, the defense is playing lights out right now for the Tigers. Of course, 41 points on the board and some gaudy numbers for Gamble will get a lot of the headlines, but this defense just very solid, steady, constant pressure on the quarterback. And there's Hackenbrack. So he's seated on the bench and watching this one play out there with his teammate Mylan Lennox.
2 seniors that have done an awful lot for this program. 4-0 versus McKinley.
Shackelford running for it, but got tripped up and falls down maybe behind the line of scrimmage. So JJ started upfield, but looked like he just kind of lost his balance there. And it's 4th down and about 5 to go with the clock running.
Arcel Hill flushed him out.
Number 30,
Number 37.
To return for the Tigers.
Punt coming up for Jake Lopinto. Now the snap goes over the head of Lopinto into the end zone. He does pick it up and kick it away. And it's scooped up by the Tigers. About the 25-yard line. We'll see exactly where they mark it. Looks like it was Camden Lynch who was able to get it for Massillon. Nice job by Lopinto, and good presence of mind to get it picked up. You can't kick it from the ground, but he did pick it up and kick it away. But a disaster on the high snap.
I'm not sure if you just fall in the end zone or either way with a running clock. Does it really matter?
Probably not.
Got to say, this is going to be our last one together, huh, partner? It's been a heck of a season.
We've had a lot of fun.
A lot of
fun, Jim. And we'll see.
See what
what happens.
See what these other networks decide to do or not do.
Nice run, the 15-yard line.
Number 25, Xavier Owens with
that was Owens, the senior. He does have a TD this year.
Big kid, 6 foot, 205, sophomore.
He had a 55-yard touchdown run against Warren Harding a couple of weeks ago. Clock moving, 6:20 to go.
Manny Patterson in a quarterback for Jalen Slaughter. Had a solid night tonight.
Manny 4 of 6 on the year, 62 yards in that touchdown we mentioned earlier. Owens in the backfield. Owens outside the numbers 10, near the 5 and out of bounds.
Number 25, Xavier Owens gets
second down. They can get a first down at about the 4-yard line. Clock ticking down below 6.
Nice lean block by number 31, Sebastian Harper, 5'10", 205, sophomore. Massillon does not lack skilled positions at any grade level, that's for sure, partner. They are deep. Their freshman team was outstanding.
It really is another level.
Just
get here.
Just reload. We don't rebuild. Just reload.
Lines are down. Second down and 5 on the 8-yard line.
Massillon now over 400 yards of total offense for the game.
There's Owens running laterally. Got cut down at about the 10-yard line.
The carry for the Tigers. Reese Powell, number 6, there on the tackle.
Nice job by number 6 coming down from a safety position. That's Reese Powell.
Yeah, we've called his name a lot tonight, Jim.
Yeah, senior's last ball game in high school. Got nothing to hang your head about, son. Played an outstanding game. This Massillon team was just better. Fighting to the last whistle. These last high school snaps. Could be the last time he ever wears a football helmet.
Ball is at the 10-yard line. It's 3rd down and 7. Running clock here with the wide margin, 41-6 Tigers. And Slaughter's last play of the ball game was that great pass for a touchdown to Braylon Tolles. Owens keeping it right in between the tackles. That'll bring about 4th down. Let's see what the Tigers elect to do here.
Xavier Owens, the ball carrier.
Ball got to the 9.
Number 44,
I think they'll keep the offense in. Maybe let Manny throw a pass here. Put the big wide receiver to the outside. Maybe throw a 50-50 ball.
Well, again, the Tigers took advantage of a turnover and got a touchdown before halftime to widen out the gap.
They're going to go fade route to the field right here. See the split? See how tight the split is by number 84? Giorgio's going to go to the back corner of the end zone.
Patterson looking that way, leaping. He got it. Touchdown. Great call, Jim Ballard. Touchdown, Tigers.
He not secured to the ground? Did a nice job of bringing his split in, and then it was just a foot race. Nice slow release here. Little play action pass. Be strong with that inside arm. Good job by Manny Patterson laying that up to the back pylon. Giorgio boxing him out. Let the ball get down through his hands into his chest. Just didn't high point it and secure it.
So they are waving that off.
First and 10 on their own.
It's hard to tell if he's able to secure it and not take it to the ground. But when he went up, did a really good job of high pointing it.
Yep.
But the ball ended up going through his hands and got into his chest, and that allowed the littler defensive back to be able to make a play and just force that ball out.
So they take those points off the board. It's still 41-6. And it's 1st and 10 for the Licking Heights Hornets. A playoff team this year. They will finish at 4-7. Tigers will go to 9-2 and move on as they continue to defend their Division II state title from a year ago. That is Stevens back in at quarterback. A jump pass over the head of everybody and out of bounds. We're at the 2-minute mark here as the running clock goes on. Again, we want to thank our director, Bill DeWalt, Jason Rock, and Matt Farrell, leading our student crew of Lana Fisher, Braden Jadell, Alicia Stutzman, and Sebastian Thompson. Great work tonight on the coverage of our game here for MCTV.
Great job as always, you guys. We appreciate what you guys do.
A lot of fun with the playoffs arriving. This is another bad snap. It goes almost out the back of the end zone. Stevens picks it up and throws a pass. So let's see how they sort all this out.
I think that's an offensive lineman, isn't it?
Threw it at an offensive lineman in the end zone.
See where the running back is to see if he can justify that. Running back was close enough in the area. As I said, where's my check down? Where's my throwaway? Just try to get it close to an eligible receiver. The running back was just enough in the area for it not to be intentional grounding. Had that been intentional grounding because it was in the end zone, it would have been a safety.
Bad snaps, rough handoffs. It's been plaguing them all night. And there's no question that you come in here as a number 14 seed, you're going to be a little bit intimidated, I think, Jim. There's no harm in saying that.
I would not want to be behind center tonight. I'll tell you that.
Dangerous place to be. Josiah Ayers drops that one. That will probably be the final play of the football game. 25 seconds and ticking down. The Massillon Tigers with a very complete and dominant performance this evening here at Paul Brown Tiger Stadium. They will dispatch the visiting Licking Heights Hornets, and the Tigers will move on to round 2 of the OHSAA Division II playoffs. Your final score in Massillon, Ohio, on this Friday night, the 1st of November, 2024, it was the Massillon Tigers 41 and the Licking Heights Hornets 6. We'll take one final timeout. Jim and I'll be back to wrap it up when we return in just a moment. You're watching Massillon Tigers football on MCTV.
They were who we thought they were.
With innovative technology and superior service, MCTV opens doors to educational and work opportunities to keep you engaged. Fast, reliable internet powered by whole home Wi-Fi connects students with educators, resources, inspiration, and brings your work life home. Plus, when you can't visit the places you want to be, cable TV and streaming video opens doors to abundant entertainment options. MCTV, we go the extra mile.
Back one final time here as the handshakes begin at midfield. Great night for the Massillon Tigers. And I think maybe, Jim, what I'll take out of this is just how balanced Massillon was tonight. It wasn't just Jameer Gamble. It was really spreading the wealth. A lot of different guys scored. A lot of different guys made defensive plays. It was a contribution up and down the roster and a complete playoff win.
Yeah, certainly was. And, you know, we saw Massillon's offense, as you said, Coach Wood did a great job of finding different guys that can make plays. You know, we saw Ricardo Wells make some nice catches. We saw Gamble out of the backfield. Obviously, what he did with his legs. Braylon Tolles over the top. Mylan Lennox with some nice carries, and this was just a good offensive win for Massillon. They played much better offensively than they did last week. Again, they got shut out in the second half against McKinley, and Massillon started fast with a touchdown on their opening drive, and they didn't look back.
Tigers only gave up 6 first downs in this ball game tonight, so it was a very dominant defensive performance. Then, of course, the offense, everything is advertised, and the Tigers go to 9-2 on the season. And when you get a playoff win, Jim, that is just extra sweet.
It's where it all starts. I mean, making the playoffs here in Massillon doesn't mean anything. It's, you know, we're looking across at the opposing stands, and what do we see? 25 state championships, 9 national championships. They don't play for playoff wins, they play for championships, and this year they have a chance, after what they did last year, to win the first one, to go back-to-back state champions in a bracketed setting, and that would be unbelievable for this program. What Nate Moore has done in his first 9 years here has been unbelievable already, the winningest coach in Massillon history. I mean, you know, put that one in perspective.
Yeah.
We're talking about
incredible.
You know, state. You know, Coach Thompson. You know, Stacy or Lee Owens. Excuse me. You know, Earl Bruce, Paul Brown. I mean, it's incredible. And what Massillon did tonight, they took step one.
All right, that's going to wrap up our coverage. Broadcast plans for next week's game will be announced by the OHSAA sometime Sunday night or Monday, so stay tuned to that with the regular Massillon Tigers channels, website, and social media. But it will be Massillon and Canal Winchester next Friday at 7 o'clock right here at Paul Brown Tiger Stadium. Special thanks on a job well done by our WHS-TV crew, led by our director, Bill DeWalt. For Jim Ballard, this is David Wilson now saying goodbye from Massillon, Ohio. Congratulations again to the Tigers. They defeat Licking Heights by a score of 41-6 to improve to 9-2 on the season. This has been a presentation of WHS-TV at Massillon Washington High School and our partners at MC-TV.
High-speed internet makes nearly anything possible. So why not use the internet service you already have to manage your MC-TV account? Visit MCTVOhio.com to sign up so you can pay your bill, review your statements, or track your worry-free automatic payments, all without leaving your home. And on your schedule. Online account management from MCTV. Sign up today at MCTVOhio.com.